Another movie. Another mindless flick that sucks dicks from Netflix. It makes me sick.
On and on, I'm sick of moping, doping, and complaining. Well, not complaining, but I think I'm done. On and on, so I killed Floss just for a sad ending. For film, I'm resenting. A review must go on. A review must go on. The joke's gone on too long. No more pretentious songs about love or destiny. A review must go on. A review must go on.
I don't know why I'm still here. I'm simply killing time here. Maybe I'll get a sandwich from Subway.
A review must go on. A review must go on.
A BLT or ham and cheese, perhaps for dessert Dairy Queen.
I'm done with these songs, they're all wrong, not even gonna rhyme this last line.
Although you sort of did.
Yes, that's true.
And we're rhyming this one too.
But
Okay, yeah, I know I had the wrong screen on initially before the starting soon screen, but you guys didn't see anything, okay? You guys didn't see anything. Right, well, as the review must go on, the stream must go on. So, greetings, goers of YouTube. Just call me Dr. Storm. And I'm joined today.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Yes. And I'm joined by Ms. Mimi today.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ms. Mimi, and I remember it because the dudes don't, to quote my heroine, Nostalgia Chick, aka Lindsay Ellis.
Yep, she's still here on the internet after all.
Yeah, she changed her name
from
did. Nostalgia Chick to Lindsay Ellis, unfortunately, but she's still around.
Well, I was joking because I thought she eventually did leave because of the Raya stuff that happened, right? Or did she come back?
I don't know, man. I think she's uploaded since then.
Oh, maybe. I guess I could look at a curiosity.
I think her most recent upload was about.
It was 4 months ago. All right, well,
she did a video about Yoko Ono with a fancy looking thumbnail.
Yeah, she must have hired a good artist for that.
Look at that hoity-toity thumbnail illustration.
Yeah, we're teasing the audience. Let's show them what we got here. Yeah, that's the thumbnail right there. But again, we might run into Lindsay Ellis, but Lindsay Ellis will not be the focus of today's stream because since it's no Nostalgia Critic November, I feel like watching the Nostalgia Critic because of course I did not take the pledge, and I assume that you didn't either.
I never do.
Yeah, I never take the pledge either in case I get like an itch, like an urge to just watch Doug because I don't know about you, but I actually grew up watching a lot of Doug shit when I was in college and high school, like unironically. Like Doug was like I kind of consider Doug to be user zero. Like Doug has inspired so many users to just like tear apart bad media. Like I say this as someone who was an autistic young lad once. Like Doug Walker,
I consider James Rolfe to be user zero. Doug is like user one.
Well, I don't know. Well, no, I some people might consider James a bit more cool, but like Doug was the first user. Because like I feel like some people could make that argument. Like there are plenty of people who think that James is cool, but they think Doug's a bit cringe. But
yeah, but I just mean James. I feel like with somebody like James, part of the joke was that he was getting unreasonably angry at old, often culturally irrelevant games that nobody should get so worked up over. But a lot of people just watched his videos and thought, oh, anger is inherently funny in and of itself, and they became users.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the reason I say Doug's more of a user is because like you don't see a lot of users like ranting about bad video games. They're mostly ranting about bad movies and bad TV shows. Granted, you do have users that are into video games like SOK with Mario and whatnot, and SSG with Sonic.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that Rolfe invented the sort of angry reviewer genre, at least in video form. Because obviously there were people like Sean Baby who came before him, but as far as video format, he kind of invented that genre, and then Doug adapted it to movies with, so he was, in a way, he was sort of like doing AVGN mixed with MST3K mixed with, I guess, like Comedy Central News, because he had that kind of Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert sort of vibe to what he was trying to do.
And Looney Tunes. And Looney Tunes, because he says that one of his biggest inspirations is Daffy Duck.
Yeah. But he said, I know he said that Stewart and Colbert were big influences also, at least their 2000s selves. I don't know how he feels about them today anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Doug usually doesn't really delve into politics. He just kind of talks about like what's going on in like his media.
His political opinions are vaguely defined, but to the extent that he has them, he just gets them from Comedy Central shows.
Yeah,
like those guys and like South Park also.
I think there's a purity in that there. Like he doesn't really, you'll never see him talk about someone like Tim Pool or anything.
Nope.
But I thought to start off the Nostalgia Critic stream, we could look at the very first episode of the Nostalgia Critic, which Isn't really the typical format, but I still think this video is pretty funny even today.
No, this is where he introduced the character, but it's really not the first Nostalgia Critic episode in my eyes. It's the first Bum Reviews episode, because this is where that formula really started.
I personally,
this video is very much a product of its time, also. So
I personally like this format better when it's the critic instead of the bum, because like the bum is the bum voice just isn't as funny as like Doug just freaking out about Transformers, which I do like that he kept this format as tradition for all the other Transformers movies as they came out.
This is gonna have a very late 2000s YouTube feel to it, though. You're gonna like a very like classic pre-PewDiePie era YouTube, lots of shouting and rapid fire jump cuts and edits. You're gonna love it.
Yes. Like even the fucking text screams 2000s YouTube. It's beautiful. I love it.
This is the shit! So it starts off like that copter was taken down years ago. And then they're like, get out of the copter or we'll shoot. And then he's like, wow! That's a transformer, it's so cool! And he's just like... Everyone's like, ah! And there's this kid, he's trying to get laid, and so he buys this car. And
I just love that part, because he's just like screaming, and then he just normally says, there's this kid who's just trying to get laid. Just all of a sudden.
This was the style of the time. You derive humor from how rapidly it cuts between you doing two different things. You edit out your own pauses, and that makes it funnier, I guess.
Now that I think about it,
here it kind of works.
Now that I think about it, a lot of video editing today, like Mr. Beast, has a lot of quick cuts like that. So have we typically just
it hasn't gone away necessarily, but
or are we just in a temporal loop that we can't escape, and we're all trapped in this hell cycle?
I mean, I guess my thing is you wouldn't see a reviewer necessarily do it like this anymore.
Yeah, because
even if this barely qualifies as a review, but you get my point. Like,
yeah, I guess
you wouldn't see a commentary channel do it like this anymore. Whereas back then you would. Like Ray William Johnson, he had this style very much.
Yeah, where he just reacted to videos. Yeah.
Yeah, but he did it with lots of like edits like this, where it's like the same camera angle but just cutting to him in different positions.
Yeah, it's that kind of editing. Though I don't know if it comes off as, like, one might say, like, pretentious or whatnot. Because like Doug is just genuinely excited. Doug just seems genuinely excited about this movie.
Well, no, this is the opposite of pretentious editing. Pretentious editing would be like you hold on one stark shot for a long time for as long as you possibly can. Pretentious editing is like what Dan Olsen does,
or High Top Films.
Mama Vax does.
High Top Films is another one where he has like all this strange imagery. Well, guys, it turns out that Sam Raimi was not the hero we needed, or whatever the fuck. He loves this. He loves Sam Raimi. I know.
It's like the coolest car in the world. It like knows how to pick up chicks. How can a car know how to pick up chicks? So he's driving around, he picks up this hot chick and stuff. The car's doing like all the work. I don't know how it does it. And then there's this lame line, there's more to you than meets the eye, and everyone, okay. But then the car is like, wow, and it's a transformer too. And he's sending out this signal from his stomach, like the bat signal. I don't know what that's about. And then there's this little robot that kind of sounds like a gremlin. And they're just like, die, bitch!
He's so creative with the sounds too.
Honestly. I will say this: you did see him maintain this energy in later videos. Not when he would do ads, when he would do like his sort of lull random like ad break segments. He would kind of retain this kind of humor. Like that, there's the famous one that became a meme of him pointing at the computer, but there are a lot of them. Some of them are really lame and annoying, but on occasion you would see him kind of bring this energy to it, like for that pointing meme, and that went viral for a reason.
Was it KFC of Spain that tweeted that meme of Doug pointing at the computer for something? Or I know it was KFC of something.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a popular thing. I don't know if they specifically shared it or not.
I think one of the things that makes Doug very endearing is that like you can tell that he goes with the jokes. Like he likes that people make these jokes, If
Yeah,
someone makes fun of him,
Doug
it's
he loves memes about him, whereas somebody like Linkara hates any meme about him that he didn't intentionally force himself.
I have no desire to ever think or talk about Oni Plays. And that's why Doug was able to get on Smiling Friends, because Oni Plays like talking about him, Doug liked the jokes around him, and then he actually got to be on fucking Adult Swim. Which when I saw Doug, it's like I couldn't believe it. Like I squealed when I saw him on that screen.
Sorry, you might hear my cat in the background here. He's with me now. I'm trying to move. We've been moving him back inside for the last month.
Oh no, it's cool.
You might hear him in the background here.
It's cool. It's fine. I find
Indy,
cats
say hi to the people, Indy.
I like cats. I find
That
their
was
meows
dumb.
really adorable. My mom has a cat too, but he likes to hide a lot.
Yeah, he's an old grandpa in cat years at this point. I've had him for a long time.
Excuse me, sorry. But the more people or animals watching Doug, the merrier.
Yeah, Doug has a couple of cats, and he does silly voices.
Yeah, I
for
know.
them.
I'm Chaplin.
I'm Chaplin. Isn't that funny and cute? I don't know. I never found it that cute. Or
I think Doug
he
just
does.
I think just does it. I think Doug just does it because he likes his cats. So I think there's a charm to that. G1 Michigan with $2. Are we going to talk about Spoonie? I mean, maybe if we get to review where he's in. We were discussing. I know there's one review with him, with Doug, Spoonie, and Linkara in it.
Two.
There's two.
There's Alone in the Dark, and then BloodRayne, which is like the sequel where they reconvene to review another Uwe Boll movie, and that one is better in my opinion than the first time they did it.
Doug doesn't even talk in the first one.
The second one is the one that the Linkara running thing comes from.
I know.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, and I think Linkara expressed discontent with how that was what he was most known for, was doing the running thing in somebody else's video.
And then these asteroids are like boom, boom, boom. And the kid's like, 50 years from now, you may look back and you wish you got in that car. It's like, And then a truck comes in, and it's Optimus Prime. Holy fuck, Optimus Prime is in this movie. And of course he goes, wow. And it's Optimus Prime. God damn. And he's got the same voice and everything. And he's huge. He's like gigantic. And the good guys are the Autobots, and they kick ass. And one of them's a Hummer. I'm totally buying a Hummer today. And then there's the Decepticon. You got like a tank. You got like an airplane. You got like a police.
I just realized I had the fucking captions on, and Doug put sudden jump cut in the captions.
Yeah, and earlier when he made the noise, it said transforms.
Oh yeah.
Captions.
Actually, let's keep the captions on. Actually, it's funny with the captions.
Police car! I always knew police were evil. I knew it. I had a feeling. And they're like, we gotta stop Megatron. And Megatron is like fucking huge. He's like this huge, big. There's a huge battle in the city, and you just wouldn't believe it. Everything's there. And all the people are like. And then they're like, protect the cube. And the girl.
I love how the camera went out of focus there for like a split second. It's giving me SSG vibes.
Girl's like, whatever happens today, I'm glad I stepped in that car. And everyone's like, and then they're like, it's just you and me, Megatron. Bitch. And then it's like, if any Autobots are...
I know Doug has a cameo. I know he's done a couple things. Like, maybe he doesn't have the energy for it anymore. I think it would be a good idea to cameo Doug to, like, make sound effects or like dub over like a clip of something, just because, though I don't know if he can muster up this kind of energy anymore.
Well, yeah, he has said he doesn't scream as much in his videos anymore because he has said now that he's middle-aged it's harder.
Yeah. Does James still, I don't know if it's so much screaming, but I think James still has quite a bit of energy to like
the difference is the nerd yells. I mean, the Nostalgia Critic does like high-pitched.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, screech, like shrill screeching, and that's what's harder for him to do now, I think.
Yeah, I always like, I don't watch James that much anymore. I watch his videos now and then, but like I kind of like his anger better early on, because it seemed like someone just genuinely irritated by something, and nowadays whenever he gets like angry, I think he like plays it off or he escalates it too fast.
Well, he's doing what's expected of the character.
Yeah, I guess.
Listening, there is more than meets the eye. And then it was like the end, and everyone's like, whoa, yeah. So it was good.
More
Now, what
coming.
I'm curious about is why he called this character Nostalgia Critic if this was the first video. Like, because the thing is, I've said before that his review of Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue, that's the first like proper Nostalgia Critic video that has the formula we would recognize today in it. And that if that were his first video, I'd understand why he called himself that. But why did he call himself Nostalgia Critic if he was planning on doing videos like this?
I think he just wanted to get this one out of the way. This is my hypothesis. He wanted to get this out of the way because the movie had just come out and it seemed like it was easier to make because he's just like nerding out over it. No. Fortunately, Doug did not die after this. In the bad timeline, Doug perished after this, and we never got any more Nostalgia Critic after this. But fortunately, we're not in that timeline.
Also interesting, in these first couple videos, he didn't have the outfit correct yet. Exactly.
Yeah.
He had the hat and he had a suit, but he didn't have the tie.
He just had a regular shirt.
And he didn't have, and he didn't have the correct shirt underneath it. He would fix that in just a few videos, though. I think pretty quick he got the outfit together because he doesn't quite have it in Cartoon All-Stars either.
No, he doesn't. Would Cartoon All-Stars be a good one to watch after this, or I don't know how much we could get from that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's only interesting because it's the first like proper Nostalgia Critic review. I don't think there's anything that spicy about it.
Not really. I'm sorry. I'm bringing up this doc that you have. Yeah, I was thinking the other day maybe The Last Jedi would be a good one to show because it shows like a lot more of the skit side of him, and I know that one has Brad Jones and Chris Stuckman in it, which it's kind of weird to think that Chris Stuckman was once a part of Channel Awesome. It's just kind of surreal to think of that.
I will say I remember the Force Awakens one more than the Last Jedi one because in that one he had kind of a funny idea where he frames it as a holiday special where it's like the Star Wars holiday special, but instead of Wookiees, they're on Jar Jar's planet hanging out with Gungans.
Yeah.
And there's like they're doing a Hanukkah special where it's like there's a menorah, but it's made out of lightsabers and stuff. Like that's all memorable to me.
It's parodying the Star Wars holiday special, yeah. Chris Stuckman and Brad Jones. Yeah, there's a video that has Chris, Brad, and Doug all in it. But yeah, I think it's weird to think that Chris was on there because like you see Chris Stuckman as like the milquetoast like standard movie reviewer that especially when Chris Stuckman in recent years has started to like deliberately not be as mean to movies because he wants to break into the film industry.
Yeah, I know a lot of people see him as a cuck now, but I mean somebody like Stuckman, I just see him as like the ultimate like chill normie movie reviewer. Like he's the most like that SpongeBob meme, normal SpongeBob where he's got no holes and he's round. He's like, "Hi, how are you?" That's Chris Stuckman. He's the ultimate normie, but he seems like a chill guy who you'd like, you'd be nice to hang around. But nowadays people view him as too much of a sellout.
I think the reason people have that perspective of him is because like if you look at some of his like older videos, he was a bit more eccentric in saying that stuff sucked, but now he's like deliberately afraid to because he wants connections. Which I don't blame him for wanting connections if he does want to be in the film industry, but like you're inevitably going to kind of.
I'm not gonna review Madam Web because I don't like trashing movies, which is just a way of trashing Madam Web indirectly, without it's you're basically just saying I'm not gonna review this movie because it's too terrible for me to review.
I know everyone wants me to review. You could have just not made a fucking video. Like you don't have to cover everything, do you?
No review. I refuse.
I saw people shitting on James again for that on Twitter. It's like, I think it's kind of based that he didn't cover the Ghostbusters movie. It's like, oh, it looks bad. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I saw some cool anti-woke channel reacting to the Twitter drama resurfacing around that. He was defending James's honor against the woke mob.
I mean, in all seriousness, though, I don't really think it's a big deal that he didn't want to talk about the movie because he thought it looked bad. But I know Doug has. I think Doug's reviewed all the Jurassic World movies, despite knowing that they're. I know actually one time he broke tradition.
I
For
know that his review
Transformers.
of the first Jurassic World, that was his first attempt at a clipless review. So if you ever wanted to run through those chronologically, that'd be the one to start with.
Yeah, now
And
that
I remember thinking, hey, this is kind of a fun, novel idea at the time. Like, oh, a clipless review. But then he kept doing it, and the novelty wore off quickly.
I just remembered. For Transformers 4, it's sort of the same. He sort of did something different for that. Do you remember what he did for Transformers 4?
Yeah, he did the game where he's like, I'm gonna make a bunch of predictions about the movie. I'm gonna just summarize the plot without even seeing it and see how accurate.
That was the last night, I think. Transformers 4, he kind of makes a statement. Would this be an okay one to go to next, you think?
Maybe. I'm not sure I'll have too much to say about it, but I'm sure I can think of something.
All right.
And now it's time for Bum Reviews with Chester A. Bum.
Yeah, this is bum review. This is what that first style of review became, except he dresses up in like a trench coat and a hat and jokes about wanting people to give him money.
Tonight's review.
Jeez, Doug, punching down much?
Age of Extinction.
Wait, what do you mean punching down?
It bums.
Bums? Oh,
yeah.
Are you calling Doug a bum or?
No, the character he's playing. I'm saying he's.
Oh.
Never.
Oh my God! This is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my. Excuse me, one moment.
Yeah, so basically all the bum reviews are just like what you saw earlier, except it's with that voice, so it's not as funny, I don't think.
No real disagreement there.
Okay. Here's the thing. A long time ago, I did a review of the first Transformers movie. It was one of the first reviews I ever did, and I loved it. But the thing is, I kind of stole his style, you know? It was like I was young and didn't know any better, and sure enough, he sued me, and we decided he was always going to do the Transformers movies. But for this one, no. I am tackling this one, okay? Because I got some shit to say about this film, okay? I got some shit, okay. This goes to all the boys watching this. All the boys.
Sorry, I guess I can't comment.
Oh, I guess
I'm gonna have to leave this one to you. I'm gonna have to leave this one to you, Dr. Storm. This one's for the boys.
Yeah, I think this was from a period of time where everyone was hating Michael Bay. I know Doug expressed a lot of disdain for him, I especially in the Pearl Harbor review. I think that was the second one he made when he came back.
Yeah, Michael Bay and M. Night Shyamalan were the two big directors who it was really popular to trash during this like early to mid 2010s era. Now, I have kind of a soft spot for Shyamalan more than Bay, even when he makes bad movies, but that's another topic. But the thing is, I guess also the thing is, it's like the Transformers movies, they had kind of the converse position in pop culture that the Twilight movies and books had, because those were like made for hormonal teenage girls, and it was really popular to make fun of them. And Michael Bay's movies were meant for hormonal teenage boys, and it was also really popular to make fun of them. But I don't know. Have people calmed down on Bay over the years, or do they still hate him?
I think people have calmed down on him. Like, some people even say that Michael Bay just saying that like he just wants to make successful movies that make money or something. I've seen some people say that that's kind of based. Like, I just don't think people really have.
I've also seen people call him based for like, I believe his stance on AI compared to that of James Cameron, but I may be thinking of the wrong person.
Well, what do you think his stance on AI was?
If I'm remembering, I could be thinking of someone else, but I think he was like taking sort of an anti-AI stance while James Cameron was taking a pro-AI stance, and people were joking about Michael Bay being more based than James Cameron.
I can see that. He knows that the explosions aren't going to look good with AI, maybe.
olds to 17, college boy, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's like
I mean, I'm not
Oh,
I'm out of
geez,
college.
you're out of the range too.
Yeah, I am. So you know, this review
Should
isn't
we
for
be-
either of us.
Should we be watching this, Dr. Storm?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess 1 minute. Let's go a minute more to see if we should be.
like girls and women and even grown men who go and see this movie, but you're not the ones that made $100 million for Michael Bay this weekend, okay? You're not.
I mean, there could have been some people that went with their families that are girls that went to see the movie. You know, you never know.
No, it's boys. It's boys from 8 to 17. They made him a whole shit ton of money with this, and I just want to make something very...
I love how he acts like this is such a distressing situation. It's like a director made money off of these people.
very clear that you may not know. You may not know this, but you
I like
deserve
it
to
when
know.
he has emotional breakdowns. There are a few he's had out of character, so I know sometimes they're genuine.
Like the Breaking Dawn review, which I guess would be
The Breaking
opposite.
Dawn. Well, if you've ever seen his old top 10 worst movies he's reviewed as Nostalgia Critic, where he talks about Garbage Pail Kids, he has a legitimate
Yeah.
emotional breakdown talking about how much he hates it.
The
And
Stay Home
that
for
was
the
that was a
Ugly?
completely out of character video. So I know that sometimes these breakdowns are harnessing something genuine.
Black Brains with $2 Canadian. I lost no Nostalgia Critic November watching this. You're welcome, Brains. That was one of the goals of doing a stream, to see if we could get people to break the pledge.
Hey, there's a loophole. If you're watching it through us, it doesn't have to count.
All right, I guess I guess we could let it slide this time. Yeah. But I remember, I remember you were talking about the video. I remember he's like, "Stay home for the ugly? Are you fucked? Who thought of that?"
No, okay, you deserve to know. Michael Bay has your penises.
Oh, I remember this. Now
Yes,
I remember this. 'Cause I
yes.
remember this line. This
Yeah.
is the line that causes me to remember this video. It's all coming back to me now.
I want to see someone do like I want to see someone do like a pedo bust video, like where they expose someone for being a groomer. Is like, this YouTuber or this user has your penis.
Well, you know that the left wants to take your penis, that meme with Dennis Prager. It's got a similar cadence to it in my mind, as Doug Walker saying.
I don't know much about Dennis Prager outside of seeing some like meme where he made himself look like a Smash Bros reveal, like Dennis Prager would like to smash or something. Or Dennis Prager enters the ring. I don't know.
Well,
much
I
about
just see
Prager.
those meme edits where it's like the left wants to take away your penis, and I don't know if that's something you really said or not, but I associate it with I associate it with the cadence of Doug Walker saying Michael Bay has your penis.
Well, no. The left wants your penis. Michael Bay was actually successful in getting it from you.
And Michael Bay has your penises. And you might be doing a check. No, it seems to be right there, but it's not. It's not.
I can honestly imagine Alex Jones saying something like this. It's like, Michael Bay has your penises. Joe Biden, he turned the frickin' frogs gay. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's not a bad point. I mean, have you ever seen Alex Jones's rant on Justin Bieber, as he calls
Bieber?
him? He adds an L to it.
I have not. No.
That rant is kind of similar to this, where he's like, they tell your kids they gotta love Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber says, yeah, pass the Cybersecurity Act. Yeah, the police state's good. Okay, kids, but he goes, you could be looking up to was it he's like, you could be looking up to Magellan. I mean, kids, Magellan is a lot cooler than Justin Bieber, okay?
Who's Magellan?
He circumnavigated the entire planet with one ship. And if you ever see that rant, it's really good. But sadly, a lot of Alex Jones clips have been scrubbed from YouTube after he got banned from it. So my whole playlist that was like a best of compilation is mostly gone now.
Even third-party, even clips re-uploaded from people they're banning. There's got to be some out there, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that the Onion bought Infowars from Alex Jones with the support of the Sandy Hook survivors?
Well, what I'll say is I haven't heard about that because it's YouTube anymore, so they're not important. But how do I say this? I once tried to upload a video that it featured me reading off some Alex Jones quotes that were bizarre. And this video got taken down by YouTube. That's all I'm going to say. So
Oh shit.
that alone was enough.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know they cracked down on it that much. I just thought it was funny that a satire site bought Infowars. That's just funny to me. Like, how do you go lower than that if you have something like that?
The thing is, Alex Jones is the greatest political comedian of our era. In my opinion, less pretentious than a lot of these political comedians on late night TV. And you can't parody him, and it pisses me off when people try to, because he's already headed you off in terms of never mind. This has nothing to do with Doug Walker. Sorry.
You're right. I don't mind tangents. But yeah, let's get back to Doug.
He has them. And here's what I mean by that. You know, you go, you see the first movie. First movie, I loved it. I thought it was great. It's my 80s heroes that, you know, yeah, were kind of cheesy and kind of lame. In this movie that was kind of cheesy and kind of lame, but it had these cool effects. And it had this really...
Do you consider the Transformers 2007 movie cheesy? I don't know if I'd consider it cheesy.
I watched it once when I was like 12 and I forgot almost everything about it, so I don't know.
I've seen at least part of it.
Incredible stuff. It had robots fighting each other. It had a lot of funny comedy, and it had all sorts of big explosions and fights in the same stuff we never saw before. And then when people saw it, they said, hey, we can make movies like that. We got other movies coming out like that. Like we got Avengers and all these Marvel movies and Dark Knight, all these incredible action pictures. It's like, wow, holy smokes. And then Michael Bay decided, hey, on the height of all this incredible shit going on, why don't I make the exact same goddamn thing? And he made Transformers 2. And it was...
Well, I mean, Avengers came out like 3 years after Transformers 2, didn't it? It's kind of a broad range he's using there.
Yeah, he is a little out of order. He is doing a little bit of non-linear storytelling here, if you will.
Yeah. I also remember that Transformers 2 suffered because it was made during a writer's strike, so they actually did not have a script. They just had plot points. Which, you know, I don't think it excuses the movie being shit. I mean, I've heard terrible things about Transformers 2, but, you know, we also have to consider that.
It was the exact same goddamn thing, and it made a ton of money.
I think it's fun. Didn't he also act excited in the Transformers 2 review where he was like, this is the shit again? So it starts out with this. Like, he seemed pretty like ecstatic about it as he was.
You're seeing a man who's been worn down here over time. He's been worn down by Michael Bay fatigue.
Well, okay, whatever, but maybe the third one will be good. And what did he do? He made the exact same goddamn thing. And sure enough, it's like, okay, can't possibly make the same mistake 3 times. Mistake? Fuck! It made millions of dollars. But surely something inside him has to say, hey...
I gotta admire him for, like, stuttering there and stumbling over his words, but he just kept going. Like, he's just like, no, I gotta keep doing this.
I want something new, just something to challenge the masses or even my own infant mind. But no, he made Transformers goddamn fucking 4.
One thing I will say about Doug is a lot of people think James is cooler. James is a chill guy, you know, but...
Yeah.
I will say this, Doug is a lot better at speaking unscripted on the fly than James is, and he always has been.
Yeah.
Like, you watch those infamous rental reviews with James, and he's such a non-entity in those, whereas, you know, if Doug were in there, he'd probably have a lot more to say, I suspect.
Yeah. I think both creators have, like, specific things about them that you can admire and appreciate.
And you know what it is? You know what? Take a guess. It's the same goddamn fucking thing! It is the exact same goddamn fucking thing! And here's what he did. The Michael Bay formula, clearly it's a mathematical formula. Now, look in the math books. It's there. They're teaching it in schools. He takes this fishing rod, and he throws it, and he grabs you by the penis. He's got it. I mean, he's got it right there on the hook. I mean, because how can any boy not? I mean, explosions.
Does he do this whole thing in one take? Because I don't think he's cut yet, has he? Except for at the beginning when he was, he clearly had to, like, costume change, quote unquote.
There might not even be a script for this, is what I'm saying. This might be, he might have put down some bullet points, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how scripted this is versus how improvised it is.
Yeah, because like a lot of users like SSG and SOK that rant like this, they wish that they could do this like sort of unscripted diatribe in just a one single take. Because this takes a lot of this takes a lot of talent and dedication naturally for it, like you said.
Robots fighting each other. How can you not? It's like, yes, Michael Bay, take my penis, it's yours. I trust you with it. And then, you know what he did? You know what he did? He abused it.
Okay, that sounds very sus out of context. He took my penis. He took your penis, fucking boys between this age, and he abused it.
He fucking
I think that's part of
abused
the
it. He
joke,
kept reeling that thing in, and we were just like, yes, stretch it further.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play it off like as like more of a joke than as like YouTube groomer number 72 gets exposed. But like I feel like you could use these clips as like jokes in those kinds of videos.
Stretch it further, and Big Tilly, that fucking became his. It's his now. If you went and saw this movie, you officially gave up your penis to Michael Bay. You're wondering what that little voucher was when you went in?
There was something about the way he pronounced the P on penis there that I find very interesting. Hold on.
That fucking became his. It's his now. If you went and saw this movie, you officially gave up your penis to Michael Bay.
It kind of sounds like the other clip that people use of Robotnik saying penis and the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
Pingus.
Wait,
The Snoop Pingus usual I see.
Oh, that's a classic. I know there's that, but then there's also like another clip where he's dressed up as Santa Claus. He's like, happiness is so much joy when it's based on the misery. And he just says it in such a weird way. It kind of reminded me of the way he said it, that Robotnik said it in that clip from the Sonic show, which Doug has reviewed, by the way. It was one of his
he
early
did.
reviews.
By the way, Doug is currently, I was talking about this the other day, he's currently playing Sonic X Shadow Generations on Twitch because his fans voted for it. But Doug is very much a boomer when it comes to Sonic, so it's like it's a weird game for him to be playing because he's barely interacted with any Sonic media since the 90s, and he actually commented when he was playing it, he's like, about how it's hard for him to get used to Roger Craig Smith's voice because he's used to Jaleel White.
Jaleel White. He's that old. Hey, why is Princess Sally pink, and why is she wearing clothes now? What's a Shadow the Hedgehog, guys?
Another one of my favorite, most out of touch things Doug ever said was it is. But you know how, I mean, the thing is, it's like people make fun of him for being behind the times in terms of internet culture, but I would argue he was always that way from the very beginning, and that was part of the charm. Because one time when he talked about things he would never review when he thought he was ending the NC, he's gone back on some things in that video since then. But one of the things he says in that video is he says he's not going to review anything else Sonic related, and he talks about how he keeps getting requests to review other later Sonic things, and he's like, man, Sonic must have this really dedicated fan base.
It's almost like it's one of like the oldest mascot platformers in existence. Imagine it's like there are like Sonic fans out there today, and then you show them Sonic Sega Gamer, you're just like, my god. Which reminds me, Doug also made like a top 11 hottest animated women list, like a lot of the waifu lists that users make.
Well, the thing is, I've talked about this before. That video, apparently, it's a cringe video. It is very cringe. I thought it was cringe even back when I was first watching it many years ago. But the thing is, that video was in character as the Nostalgia Critic. He made an out of character video as Doug talking about the hottest animated women. We can maybe watch that if you want, even though I already looked at it with brains. That's his actual. That's his true waifu list.
Yeah, I mean, like
there aren't any. And there is one monster girl on his list, but no like furries or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I forget exactly what's in that video, and like like I said, I'm up for anything really. Like, there's no like Doug has so much content. There's no like specific, like, like itinerary for this.
You wonder what that little voucher was when you went in? Yeah, that's what that was. Your penis is his. Remember the first time you saw an explosion? Remember how cool it was? I mean, how How can anyone, male, female, whatever age, not look at an explosion and say, holy shit, that's incredible. A giant ball of flaming death. Smoke, blaze, incredible. And sure enough, we said, we want more. So we got more. Okay, well, we got 80s action films. We got the Stallones. We got the Schwarzeneggers. And then we had the 90s. And we got even more explosions. And then we fucking got Michael Bay. And we got too fucking greedy. We got too fucking greedy. You wanna know why? Because he kept shoving the fucking explosions down our throats.
Well, he was mentioning like 80s movies, but like Michael Bay wasn't really making movies back then, was he? Or am I confusing something he said in there?
No, he's not talking about Michael Bay making. He's talking about how you had lots of explosions in 80s action movies. Then it got pushed further in 90s action movies, but then we got too greedy because of Michael Bay, I think. He's saying Michael Bay came along and got too greedy with it.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of 80s movies get shit for the explosions, though. It's mostly Michael Bay that people make explosion jokes for.
Well, that's what he's saying, though. He's saying they didn't overuse it back. He's saying eventually Michael Bay came along and started to overdo it.
Right, yeah. What was the last movie Michael Bay even made? I can't even remember.
Let me think. I know he's produced a lot of movies, but I want to say the last non-Transformers thing he made was Pain and Gain, but I could be wrong.
I don't know if Michael Bay's even on Transformers anymore.
Hold on, I'm looking this up. Looking this up on my Letterboxd account here.
Michael Bay's filmography is not in the Doug archives.
Sort by newest first. Okay. No. The last thing he directed was a movie called Ambulance in 2022. And before that, it was a movie called Six Underground. Have you heard of either of these? Because I haven't.
No. Branch just said in chat, Michael Bay rules. He's routinely held as a technically sound director by many cinema types. He made sophomore trash, but it's kind of dope. Great commercial director, too. Oh, so he's made commercials then. Okay. I don't really
I had a cinephile friend who was a big Michael Bay apologist, insisting that, he was the master of maximalism. But I don't know, it just kind of gives me a headache.
I mean, surely Bay wasn't responsible for all like the bad things on Transformers. Like the writers made the story, right? Like I said, like Transformers 2 was like during the writer's strike, so like that was something that really hit that film hard. Ambulance was kind of neat. He's been doing more character pieces lately, returning to his old stuff. He started on commercials. It's always interesting to hear like the humble beginnings of a lot of these like people who are big in the industry.
Until now, they don't even register. What's an explosion now? You know what explosion is? An explosion is like a light breeze going across your face. No, it's not even that, because I would feel the light breeze. No, it's just air. This is an explosion now. It doesn't.
The little spin he does, it's so great.
I love him.
Explosion is like a light breeze going across your face. No, it's not even that, because I would feel the light breeze. No, it's just air. This is an
He just like, it's like he got an urge, like, I gotta do a spin. I gotta do it. So something's telling me in my gut I need to do the spin.
Explosion now. It doesn't register at all. There are gotta be like 200 fucking explosions in this movie, and not one registered at all. But what do you care?
What I like about Doug, he's so full of energy. He moves like a Disney character, but in live action, where every thing he says has to have some kind of head tilt or hand gesture attached to it.
Like sometimes when he's talking, he'll just like be moving his hands like, well, this. Like you can tell that Doug is always trying to like be animated, but not in like a Mr. Beast, I need like 300 sound effects and 3,000 cuts in my videos kind of way, but it's like he just wants to keep the audience engaged like genuinely.
Dumb male adolescent minds are now trained to just watch it. It can't help it now because he has your penis. Michael Bay has your penis so that whenever he puts an explosion or boobs, you gotta look. You can't help it.
I mean, I feel like looking at boobs is natural though. Doug, I'm sorry, but I'm more of a,
Now here's the thing. Mindless is fine, okay? There is nothing wrong with mindless entertainment, but it has to be something creative and new. New, not different. There is a difference between the two. Okay, new is something you've never seen before. Different is something that you have seen, it's just not what you expected. It just looks a little different. You know, that's it. And just taking a robot punching itself with an explosion happening and a big breasted woman going, ah, you know.
I'm glad we chose this. This has so many just like funny moments in it.
It's a little different, you know.
Yeah, this is a legitimate good Doug video. I feel this isn't cringe at all.
No, like you could tell, like he's kind of playing it up. If it, I don't know, does this feel like more like Doug or the Critic? Because like we were talking about this earlier, and like it's kind of blurred sometimes.
Yeah, well, this is at the point where the line was getting blurry, and it's even blurrier now. But this is when he would do these editorial videos where it's like, is this Doug or the Critic? Because he's dressed like the Critic, but he's just saying Doug's opinions.
Yeah, he's kind of acting like he did when he was talking about like Twilight wants to talk to us about abortion.
That's it.
Yeah.
And just taking a robot punching itself with an explosion happening and a big breasted woman going, ah, you know, it's still the same thing. I don't care if it looks like a dinosaur. It's still doing the same goddamn thing. Oh, what? The robot doesn't talk?
But it's the motherfucking T-Rex, Doug. It's the motherfucking T-Rex. What if the motherfucking T-Rex is doing that shit? Because, oh yeah, that's another thing. Doug worships the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. He even made a song about how awesome it was. Maybe
yeah, he made it with the great Luke Ski, of
Somewhere Jerk with the camera.
Well, no, I was gonna say he's Kyle Carose's friend, but I don't know if he's still friends with him anymore after what's happened.
Right? Yeah. That for those who don't know, that's the Mighty Magiswords guy. He had quite a bit of cheese pizza from Pizza Hut on his computer.
Even better, we don't have to listen. We don't have to comprehend dialogue. The human
Just
language.
let this play for a minute. Hold on. Just let this play for 1 minute. I'm gonna turn off my mic for a second.
Oh, no problem.
Is a waste, according to Michael Bay. You know, just go in there and just throw out poster taglines. That's all it is. Every fucking line in this movie from Optimus Prime, he's a goddamn psychotic. All he ever says is,
He's a psychotic. He's not psychotic. He's a psychotic.
let's kill them all. I want to murder them. I want to rip open his head and bathe in his blood. Okay, he didn't say that, but he's like one step away. Okay? And
I've actually seen a lot of people, ever since Transformers 1 came out, a lot of people have been like talking about how like Bayformers Optimus is kind of like a murderous psychopath because like he just like he like kind of just shoots other robots in the head. Which I haven't seen a lot of the Transformers movies, so I don't know if that's true, but it's just funny to see Peter Cullen's voice come out of something that just like fucking pops a cap in somebody's head. Just the idea that there's young people out there who are just like, yeah, more of that, please. Take my penis. You own it. You don't know you're being manipulated. I love when he always talks about the penis. It's just so funny. If Tamatoa saw this review, he would call this the Doug Walker Penis Hell Transformers review.
That clip of Doug saying take my penis, that's another good out of context thing.
It is. It really is. Also, welcome back.
You think you're buying a product. You think you're buying the toys, but you're not. Michael Bay is buying you. You are the product, okay? Because when you go and see the exact same shit 4 times in a row, it's like someone who eats fast food every day. And don't get me wrong, I eat fast food, you know, I eat junk food.
Well, they're not going every day, Doug. They're going like every couple of years. It takes a long time to make these movies, just saying.
I'm not the skinniest guy, but at the same time, once in a while, you sort of say, hey, maybe a veggie here or there, or even something with protein, real meat. You know, not meat out of a hose like Taco Bell. I mean, like a fucking steak or something. But here's the thing. That stuff, an expensive meal, like a meal that's really good for you usually, costs money. It costs more money to get stuff that's good for you. A good movie and a bad movie costs exactly the same. It costs exactly the fucking same, man. Let me tell you something.
He honestly does have a point there. He's spitting facts.
It's not like this film is destroying cinema. It's not. A lot of good movies came out this year. We had X-Men Days of Future Past. We had How to Train Your Dragon 2. We had the fucking Lego movie. Weren't those great? And you know what?
Oh yeah, the Lego Movie made by the Donald Trump of animation, as Animac calls it, Sony Pictures.
Despite the fact that they were all based on something, and yeah, Hollywood's out of ideas, we established that, but they're still putting in something new in every single one of those ideas, and they're still creating something fun, and something entertaining, and something that requires some thought to put together.
Yeah, what if now that I think about it, Doug, what if Michael Bay was playing 4D chess and he knew that by making this movie, he would be getting you to create this entertaining review. So he made the entertainment that was enjoyed by hundreds of thousands of people, just not directly. He played you, Doug. He played you.
The first Transformers...
Michael Bay is the real Donald Trump of animation.
Yeah.
I mean, his movies are at least half animated, so I can say.
Michael Bay doesn't have their penises, Doug. He has yours.
Probably required a little bit of thought, don't get me wrong. I mean, we never really saw that before. We never saw robots fighting each other on top of buildings. I mean, yeah, now they're fucking everywhere, but before it was kind of...
I mean, I guess RoboCop, they fought in the stairwell, yeah. I was going to say RoboCop, but I think they fought in the stairwell, yeah. And
Well, RoboCop, the effects were not there to have, like, the level of spectacle you're gonna see in a Bay movie, but
yeah.
it was more like gritty and down to earth by comparison.
I think there's a charm to stop motion at 209. I think there's a charm to that.
New. It's like we couldn't wait to see what the next one's gonna be, because you know what the first one had? It had a fight in the desert, a fight in the city, it had the Transformers, it was unbelievable. You know what the second one had? A fucking fight in the desert. Yeah, we saw that. You know the third one had? A fucking fight in the city. Yeah, we saw that. You know the fourth one has? A fight in the fucking city. We just saw that in 3 goddamn movies.
Look at how red he's getting.
I love that. I love that the goat-like scream that he works into there.
Boobies! I feel like he joked about him screaming like a goat in one video, didn't he?
Well, he's done it a lot. It's a part of his shtick.
Well, no, I feel like he's joked about himself doing that, not that he's done it, not that he screamed a lot.
Keep it down, keep it down.
I love how he's like giving himself a little pep talk just so that he can keep going in one take.
You want to see the guy who is trying to give you your identity? Because that's what he's trying to do. All these little
I think he's just trying to make money. I don't think he's trying to like groom these kids, Doug.
Phrases and all these talks of strength and kill them all and stay with family and strength and strong and stuff like that. It's giving you the illusion that this is making you smarter. Guns are making you smarter. Explosions are making you smarter. You know, it's stronger, smarter, all that stuff. You know, women with big breasts.
Has anyone... This is kind of... I don't know, he's kind of losing me here. It's kind of a weird perspective to have. Has anyone gone to these movies thinking they're becoming smarter? Or they're learning like a lot of valuable life lessons?
I don't know. I think... I do think the movies... Even though they have a lot of lowbrow comedy relief, there is an element of self-seriousness to them that's kind of unwarranted that you can criticize.
Yeah, I know the ending for the first one does kind of go hard, where Optimus is monologuing, and then on what I've done, and then it goes directed by Michael Bay. Yeah, but like I feel like I know someone who's like gone to all the Transformers movies. He says, "Oh, they're great theater experiences." I just go because they're like great in the theaters with all like the sound effects and whatnot. But I mean, I guess you do have Optimus going on about virtues and whatnot, like he always does. But you know, I don't know if people take that too seriously.
Our super bombshells just being like, oh, I want you, and I can do all this cool mechanical stuff, whatever, but I just want you. No reason, I just want you because you're so strong and you shoot stuff and explosions. It's not making you stronger, it's making you weaker. Okay, it is making you...
This reminds me of that one video that Brains was watching the other day on stream of like the Vegeta AI voice saying, "Don't masturbate, you're stronger than this," or something.
I was gonna joke. It's like he's giving Doug should write his own 12 rules for life. Rule number 2: don't watch Michael Bay movies; they make you weaker.
Rule number 2: don't give him your penis, especially if you're a young teen boy.
You weaker because there's nothing challenging about it anymore. Nothing, even the most mindless stuff, has something new, something challenging. But the guy who is bringing you this, the guy who says, I know your identity, I say freedom, I say America, I say strength, I say explosions, I say guns, this is what he did when he didn't have any of the explosions, any of the guns, any of the special effects, or any words written by somebody else in front of him, in front of hundreds of people.
Oh, this part, yeah, I remember this.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
He just walks off stage. I see a lot of people.
Yeah, this kind of like behind the scenes. Well, I guess this isn't behind the scenes, but it's kind of where you take like press footage or behind the scenes footage of the people who worked on the movie and splice it in to humiliate them. That's not usually Doug's style. That's more of like a Red Letter Media thing that then got picked up by later people like Ralph the Movie Maker, who sort of ran with it. But here, yeah. Doug's taken a direct shot at Bay outside the context of the movie.
Does Ralph? I feel like I think he's done this too. Like he had I think he made a joke about Charlie Sheen once where he says like he like makes a bullet bounce off of multiple things and one of them is Charlie Sheen's forehead and Charlie Sheen's like talking in an interview or something. Which I guess that was kind of a shot at him out of nowhere, literally, because it was a bullet. Yeah,
but that was like, and that he was. It wasn't like he was just saying, "Hey, here are some clips," you know. Just watch these, and this will humiliate the creatives I'm talking about.
Actually, I do remember that he made fun of Chris Pratt for that. He made fun of Chris Pratt for that. I used to stomp Goombas or Koopas.
That's much more recent, though. Come on, I'm talking about like just how this isn't a typical Doug thing. It's more of a trope that other reviewers like Red Letter Media or like Ralph the Movie Maker kind of use more.
Has Ralph made videos lately? I don't remember the last time he made. I don't remember.
No, he hasn't made a lot lately, but he used to do this.
Yeah, I guess I know he's made a couple short films. Maybe he's just focusing on this film stuff.
By the way, everyone, I'm sorry if I sound tired. It's just not a lot of sleep is all. I was just so excited to be a part of this wonderful live stream.
Well, you're here now. That's all that matters. We're all still having a good time. We're treating the audience right still. Just as Doug would treat us right, as he is right now.
Thank Michael Bay for joining us.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just gave that man $100 million. Yeah, you just sent a message to Hollywood telling them that this guy is the intellectual genius that we keep wanting to see over and over and over. That if you put him in charge and just have him keep giving us the same bullshit.
Again, I don't think they're saying that he's an intellectual genius. I think they're just like, oh, well, you put on a good spectacle, so yeah, we wanted to see it.
Shit, we'll go see it. I mean,
I don't think Transformers has ever won like an Oscar or anything, has it?
Not to my knowledge.
Because that's usually where the prestige and the honor is for like people being hailed as like intellectuals and whatnot.
He doesn't have to change the texture or the look or anything. I mean, maybe at the most, he'll call it cow shit instead of bullshit. And we'll buy it. We'll totally buy it. This is a guy who recently, when reporters were asking, what do you think about all these people that complain about the Transformer hate, says, what do I care? They'll see it anyway. That's how confident he is that he has your penis. And if you want to see the film, he does. He has your penis. After a while, you just become concerned. I mean, it's literally the exact same thing. If you were just to grab a baseball bat and go like that, you'd be like, oh, well, that was a strange experience.
I always love the cartoony sound effects he has. Like, there's that one stock punch sound effect that he always uses like over and over and over. It just makes me laugh.
Huh, I'll do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and at some point, somebody's gonna be concerned for you. They're just gonna be concerned. This bat is Michael Bay. It's Michael Bat. Michael Bat is hammering your penis, and it's awful. And he's taking it, he's doing whatever he wants with it because you feel you have no control. I'm gonna tell you, you do have control. You have control, man. I mean, it's this over this. Sometimes you think this calls the shot, but you know what? This is stronger. Okay, this is stronger. And I know there's still young people.
It really is like the Vegeta video. It's like, no, stop. Don't let the urge control you. Honestly, I would love if Doug Walker was my fucking preacher at church. Like, I would go to church every Sunday.
Out there that think it's a war. I have to
Yeah, then
defend
yeah. Opposite of hell yeah.
my manhood. No, it's not. If you think that's what it is, you've already lost. Okay, that's not how this works. This is finding out how you're unique, how you're different, how you can help people, how you can do stuff that's incredible. It's about finding your own identity, not Michael Bay giving you an identity. Look at this poster. He cares nothing about making you a better person. He just wants to sell a product.
Did he ever say that he wants to make people better people? I think he just wants to make money.
I don't know. I mean, the Transformers movies, they do sort of have morals in them, I guess.
Yeah, like how Optimus just fucking puts a bullet in one of the robots' head, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying Optimus does give these weighty speeches, right? As if he's trying to teach you something.
I mean, I guess. Like, I don't know, like a lot of like the generic superhero kind of talk, like I never really like took too seriously. But, you know, I guess there are plenty of people who do take that kind of stuff seriously because, like, you know, there's a lot of people inspired by comic book characters.
And by doing so and by having you always buy it, you become the product, and that's not what...
Is it me or is the redness of his face kind of fluctuating throughout the video? Cause
I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was paying more attention to his beautiful words.
His teachings.
We want, man. You are stronger. You are better. And you're going to show it to the world. And you're going to be unbelievable. And you're going to start by saying, I want to be challenged. I want new stuff. I want more of these other movies coming out. I want more of X-Men Days of Future Past. I want more Lego the movie. I want more How to Train My Dragon 2. I want all that stuff. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. Take care of yourself, man. Just take care of yourself.
Will do, Doug.
This kind of just comes off as pretty wholesome at the end of the day, honestly. Like there's some funny moments. It's funny and there's a bit of cheese in it, but just the sincerity of that last "take care of yourself," I love it. Nostalgia Critic AI anti-masturbation vidwin. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is there Nostalgia Critic AI? I feel like there is, right?
I've heard an AI Nostalgia Critic voice before, but it didn't really sound like him. That was like a year or two ago now, so maybe there's a better one.
Actually, no, I do remember someone made like an AI cover of multiple people singing the finale from the Has-Been's Hotel season 1 season finale, and they had Doug singing Alistair's part, and it actually did kind of sound like him.
Did it sound like his operatic singing voice?
I don't know if it was like opera.
Like the review must go on.
Let me find let me find it quick. I can just jump to this part. I think it's where's is that what that one didn't get taken down. There's one. Doug is in the thumbnail, I know. That's the one with SpongeBob characters. Is it gone now? Did they take it down? There's like one where it's Doug.
I don't know if you want to play this on stream. You don't want the Vivsy cops.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, no fun allowed. You're right. Yeah, I forgot. All right. Well, I thought that was a fun little video. I hadn't seen that one in quite some time. I did enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know about you. I'm feeling we could either watch one of the Clipless reviews, or we could watch the BloodRayne review with Spoonie and Linkara.
Yeah, we can do the BloodRayne review if you want.
Yeah, let's do the BloodRayne review. Thank you for reminding me before I went into a video though about like copyright bullshit. Yeah, I sometimes when you're having fun watching stuff, you forget about that stuff. His thumbnails, for some reason, a lot of his thumbnails back then, they were in widescreen for some reason. Were the YouTube thumbnails like different dimensions back then? Or is it just like a weird thing with him?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I think what it was fucking Blip. Maybe Blip had different, because he used to try to just use Blip and Vessel and other video players.
That makes sense, because this was shortly before Blip.
That's the only explanation I can think of.
This is when he was still using it.
Why was this? Why is the same review showing up 3 times? Is my question. This looks like when you go.
Because I'll explain why. This was shortly before he. I want to say a couple of these are like re-uploads before Channel Awesome re-uploaded it, but no, they're after. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's like some kind of like
I would assume it's because people were re-uploading it before it had like an official upload. I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a Nostalgia Critic off of re-uploads originally because I saw his videos were on YouTube re-uploaded to like I think the channel was called Leisure Suit Rant Fiend or something.
Leisure Suit Rant Fiend.
We both went to the same place then, yeah. But yeah, I don't know why they uploaded this. I don't know why it got uploaded multiple times. So yeah, you're in for a treat today, people. We got Spoonie and the Great Linkara. The Great Linkara! There he is! Get him the hell out of there! Get him out of there!
Now this video has it has, like I said, that iconic Linkara meme. It also has some pretty good Spoonie stuff in it too. Just go ahead and click on it. Let's jump right into it.
Sorry,
it's got a great...
Yeah.
The opening sketch is
Yes.
where the great meme comes from.
Hey, critic, what are you looking at?
My next movie.
Remember when Netflix used to ship movies to you? Remember when you used to get them in the mail from them before they just like put everything on streaming?
I never really used that service, but yeah, I know they used to do that.
It just feels weird to see like a Netflix envelope.
Review called BloodRayne.
Pretty bad, I take it?
It's an Uwe Boll movie.
Uwe Boll. Aren't his films so bad they cause people to bash their heads in with a sledgehammer?
Uh-huh.
After jumping out of a plane?
Yep.
After blowing up an airport?
That's right.
Now,
After
I'll ask you something real quick before we continue, Dr. Sturm. What do you think of Malcolm and Tamara?
I like him. I don't feel too strongly about him. I think Malcolm has a lot of dedication to like be sticking with Doug for this long, like even since Demo Reel ended up going belly up. I know Rachel moved on to other things not too long
Yeah, I know
after.
Tamara has recently moved on to other things too, but she'll still make sort of cameos from her own place of living.
Yeah, I figured because I saw the Logan video and she wasn't in that. It was Heather instead. It's like, oh, so that I guess that would make sense with what you're saying. I think I got that thumbnail to you. You saw the thumbnail for his newest Logan video originally.
Yeah,
was,
where
right?
he used the hairless.
Why did he change it?
Or as Stephen Merchant's character.
I don't know why he changed. I thought he was supposed to be Professor X, but I guess I couldn't see who was in the seat there. I don't know why he changed it. That was fucking funny, and then he just changed it to just his head on Logan.
He changes his thumbnails all the time. Sometimes I'll see different ones on different accounts.
Maybe he thought that people wouldn't be able to recognize him without the beard and the glasses and the hat. I don't know.
Crashing a car filled with explosives doused in gasoline.
I do remember. I think I liked Tamara better than Rachel afterwards, but it was so long ago I can't remember.
While shooting a semi-automatic while going into oncoming.
Oh yeah, should we have the subtitles on or nah? I'm not opposed.
I don't care. This is some great lol random dialogue he's given to Tamara here.
Yeah.
But keep going. This video gets good. I promise.
Yeah, I know. I remember watching this when it came out. It's like, oh my god, the boys are back. I think I'm gonna turn the captions off just so we can see as much.
This is toward the end of Spoonie really being much of a presence online too.
I think Spoonie had left
even at the time, this kind of felt like him coming out of his shell.
I mean,
to be with
Spoonie.
Doug again.
Yeah, because this was made after Spoonie left Channel Awesome because of that one controversial tweet he made. Yeah.
In traffic while singing "I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy."
Twice.
Well, I can see why you don't want to review it.
That's not the only reason. You see, when
That's something else. I remember back in the day, like I don't know if it's just like the light bouncing off different things. The lighting in like the studio was not that good to me. It looks kind of blue, you know.
whenever I do an
Yeah, it's very turquoise here. The color grading.
I think the green screen might be causing it's kind of bouncing off. Maybe you can see a little bit of green on Doug's right cheek there.
whole movie, there's a tradition.
Tradition?
It's a long story. I can take care of it myself.
But you're not doing it yourself, Doug. You got the boys with you. There he is. There he is.
Fourth wall where bad comics burn. Sometimes a comic comes along where you just have to... It's time.
I've never seen Linkara move that fast. Jesus. I'm sorry, I want to go back. That was just funny how he sped himself up.
Sometimes a comic comes along where you just have to...
When someone asks you about the new Power Rangers video again.
It's time.
Of course there was a Final Fantasy anime, and of course, it sucked. But even after the first episode...
I'm sorry, it's just so fucking funny even when I've seen it so many fucking times, especially when you just see it in its natural habitat. The closer he gets, the funnier he becomes. The spooning clip is funny, but it's not as iconic. Oh my god, that's the Disney December hook. That's the Disney December hook when he plays when he shows the city. Yeah.
Christ, you guys are so dramatic.
Me and the SOK members all meeting in Discord to record the Chicken Little group rants or whatever. The NC picture is pretty old. I know that's from like the image of him holding the gun in front of the flames and explosions. Which now I think about, it's kind of ironic that like flames and explosions are
that wasn't too old at this point.
Well, that is true, yeah. Because like, you know, a lot of people say it's like looking at a time capsule. This is how reviews were back in the day. Like when there was a crossover, people bickered about who got to do the review. They all played different characters and do skits. But it's like, I guess this wasn't really like at the time this came out.
I want to say this was around 2015 or 14.
I guess it was kind of 2014. Okay, so I guess it was kind of still. I'd say it was kind of like nearing the end of that trend, wouldn't you say?
Well, like I said, this was Spoonie's last appearance in a Doug video that I can think of.
Yeah, and it wasn't even on Channel Awesome at that point, yeah. I don't know, even today I still enjoy like Spoonie's Final Fantasy videos. I think he's pretty funny in them, which is kind of makes you a bit sad to know that he doesn't really have the drive to do much. Redups with $2. Linkara, Sonic Adventure 1, or Spoonie, Mario 64. I don't understand this. I don't understand this question. Like, what? Like, are you saying that you like Spoonie more than Linkara with that? I guess Spoonie, because if I made a joke, maybe Spoonie would act like a bitch about being joked about. I don't know. I don't know, Mimi. What's your answer to Redups' question with Linkara, Sonic Adventure 1, or Spoonie, Mario 64?
If the idea is that I'm playing a version of the game with the respective reviewer in the star role, I think I'd be more curious about Linkara Sonic Adventure 1. I'd be more curious about the narrative potential of that.
So, let's dig into Dr. Eggman's plans to see if we can foil them once again. Actually, no. If Linkara was in Sonic Adventure 1, he'd be doing his 90s kid impression. That's right, yeah.
Uwe Boll, the most faithful movie adapter of video games since the directing team behind Super Mario Bros., returns with what many consider his crowning achievement of shit, BloodRayne.
The movie, based on the classic video game, and by based I mean more gangbang and mutilated than a Game of Thrones character, once again demonstrates Bull's talent, if you can call it that, for cutting more corners than a paper snowflake.
And if you thought Twilight was the worst disservice to vampires the world has ever known, it is, but this one's pretty bad too.
I remember there was like a stream that Spoonie and Linkara were like bitching about the new Twilight movie at the time, right? Like they were just complaining.
Was it Spoonie and Linkara together? Because if so, I'm not.
I think it was. Like I swear to God. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Spoonie. I just want to see if this exists quick. Spoonie versus Twilight. Working Dawn Part 1. Yeah, with Linkara and Juwaria. It says right here. Yeah. I'm not crazy. This did exist. Yeah, and Spoonie just starts out with saying this.
Piece of shit! This movie was a piece of shit!
Although he's got his dog playing the ball there, and then even though he has like 2 alcohol bodies, he's got his little can of Diet Coke there. Yeah, so this did exist then. Linkara was a part of that then. Sorry. Linkara mentioning Twilight just like made me remember that. This also kind of puts it in a time capsule, because like making fun of Twilight isn't really something that people do anymore, but back then everybody fucking did it en masse.
Yeah, Morbius took over Twilight's role in pop culture in terms of being the vampire movie that every funny person on the internet references.
People don't even really make fun of Morbius. It's just like kind of like modern internet ironic humor, and that Sony fell for. It's like, wait, you guys weren't actually going to see the movie? We didn't think it was a joke.
So, let's not waste any time. This is...
Critic. Oh, we have something we have to address first. The elephant in the room, which of course is him.
What did I do?
Oh, you know exactly what you did. It happened a few years ago. The drama that was caused, everything that happened on Twitter, on Facebook, on everything like that. The betrayal.
Betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me! This game sucks!
Of everything that we stand for. Roll the clip! You never went to Castleton!
I love that fucking Sting sound effect.
I dropped out, okay?
I'm honestly kind of surprised that they like alluded to like that all that drama in like some capacity. Especially given what Spoonie said in that tweet.
Yeah, this was before Change the Channel, where they decided to just ignore it and let it wash over them as much as possible.
Yeah. Linkara just consistently looked very like bitch made during that. Like, something about his face.
He looks pissed off.
Yeah. Like even when Doug slapped his fan, he just looked angrier at him. Like I'm surprised he didn't like okay, sorry.
I dropped out, okay?
This is BloodRayne.
How dare you smack the Lightbringer's hand?
Dude, do we have to censor the lettering? Those 2 O's are looking pretty phallic.
Hey, if the aliens logo could get away with an I-gina, I think we can let that pass.
How did you not go for the Little Mermaid with the penis on the box art?
He's made jokes about that before. You gotta mix it up.
I guess I know it was in the Moulin
You
Rouge.
can't reference the same thing every time.
I don't know. He brings up he has a lot of recurring jokes like Big Little Alligator moments, Chuck Norris, Elephant where the Burger King comes up. You know, he's reused a lot of classics hits, you know?
Wonder if the word special is code for blackmailed.
I just assume most of Billy Zane's career is blackmail.
We open up in... Actually, I don't know. They never give a location or a time period, so that's already 2 of the basic 5 essential story elements ignored. Hell, let's just throw Y in there too, as I'm sure most of this film will ignore that.
I haven't played the BloodRayne games, have you?
No, sorry.
Oh, well, because I was saying, I don't know if, like, I mean, I guess you could have thrown some text on there, but, like, you can clearly tell there's, like, some kind of old medieval, like, area. Like, maybe it could even be, like, a fictional place, too.
As we see a team of wanderers led by Michael Madsen and his lion mane mullet. The main thing I noticed throughout this movie is it just seems like Michael Madsen is drunk off his ass through the entire film shoot. Seriously, he just looks so drunk and miserable, like they had to send a grip to his trailer and clean him up in a hurry, slap that ratty-ass wig on his head, and maybe get a few usable takes out of him.
Yeah, he looks like Spoonie does now.
Wait, including the clothing or no?
No, I'm just saying, Spoonie, it's like he's talking about his modern self.
Yeah, like Spoonie didn't know that that's what he's gonna look like in like 10 years or so. Actually, this review came out 10 years ago, now that I think about it. I don't know. I guess Spoonie kind of has like a 5 o'clock shadow now. Like his hair's always been kind of long too.
I don't know. Last time it's just he's got long hair and looks miserable all the time. Last I checked, but I don't know if he's changed since then.
I mean, it's kind of the case in this review, but I guess more so now. Yeah.
The brimstone. This is what I've decided to do. Monastery has been attacked.
You know, like Spoonie had alcohol on hand for the Twilight review, so you know maybe the drunk part is also accurate to him.
And the eye is gone.
You can almost sense the grip just off camera with a Long Island iced tea waiting for the scene to end and him to shamble over and take another drink.
What do you have for us?
I think I may have found something of interest.
But one of them notices that the person next to him has little to reflect on.
Linkara was really fucking proud of that one, wasn't he?
I don't know if he even wrote it. Doug might have written it for him.
That is true. Doug writes everyone in the anniversary films to be like him, as they say.
I like you, Brimstone people. You never make a mess of the place.
What have you heard?
What might only be the tall tale.
Moving on, I guess.
No one even batted an eye.
Is this like an everyday thing?
You mean batted an eye, Linkara? You could have gone 2 for 2 there.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, that opportunity was quite hard to come by. Also, he technically did react to the vampire being stabbed. It's like, oh hey, you killed that vampire. Thanks, you're pretty good. It's like he did react.
When did killing a vampire become yesterday's news?
Yeah, I don't care where or when you are, and again, neither does Uwe Ball, but killing a vampire will never be a boring thing.
I mean, this could establish that like vampires are like a normal part of this world, couldn't it? Like killing them is like normal business. That could be what the goal of this is. I haven't seen the movie outside of this review. Like I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Guys, holy shit, you won't believe it. I just killed the vampire.
Oh right, Brad is in this review too. I forgot. So we got 4 of the boys.
He's the 4th schmucklehead, if you will.
Yeah, we got the Beatles here.
Was it a Nazi vampire?
Well, technically no, but oh please, cinema snob.
Oh, he said the word. I don't know if YouTube's gonna like that, but I guess it's too late now.
Everybody knows that not.
Oh no! Why didn't he say mid-century Germans or Mustache Man like enlightened like we enlightened modern people do?
I feel like if I pause it and then talk between it'll like mitigate it going on, but you know.
Nazi vampires are all the rage now.
Yeah, what you did is like the Bing search engine of vampire killings.
But he killed.
Okay, Linkara definitely. Okay, I could believe Linkara wrote that joke. Bing search engine of vampire killings.
The family of 6.
Go away, cinema snob. I can't even stand to look at you.
Okay, I guess I can.
Even back then, I found this joke a bit weird to the point where I couldn't really laugh at it. I don't know, something seemed off about the execution. I do like this Linkara face though. Linkara has a lot of good faces in this video already.
Look at his profile compared to the other 2. It's much more pointy.
Yeah, his I don't know what's going on with his chin here. Like I don't know if that's normal or small. I'm not sure. Bro, it's like the small chin, the medium chin, and then the big chin right there. I never realized how big Linkara's chin kind of was. That's like an obtuse angle right there. That's kind of impressive, honestly. The look on Spoonie's face, it kind of looks like he's just looking at a spider on the wall instead of like sticking his nose up away from him.
Drop his clothes off at the Goodwill or something.
You do that.
Nope. We then see a carnival where a half-human, half-vampire named Rain, played by Kristana Loken, is...
It's a shame we only got like 2 reviews with Spoonie, Linkara, and Doug all in them.
Dragged out as a sideshow attraction.
So sensitive in water. The very touch of it burns her skin.
Wait a minute, was that holy water?
Nope.
Then how the hell did it burn her?
Oh, Linkara, this is the Stephanie Meyer age of vampires. You can make up anything. If you want to say water hurts them, even though it's not blessed, it's okay now.
Yeah, if you want to say they in no way can fly, turn into bats, or do most of the cool things vampires do, that's okay now too.
Actually, I remember... I remember an old video of James, like, I think it's It's Bullshit Vampires, where he's bitching about how, like, vampires...
Yes, I was thinking of this exact same video.
Like, did he mention that, like, normal water can also hurt vampires in that too? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I just remember that video being funny because it explains why life as a vampire would actually be a nightmare.
Like, even just like subtle menial things, like, can just, like, be the end of you. It's terrible. You know, I'm not even. It's like if they make up rules, like, well, I guess with Twilight, it's like, oh, people think it's this, but it's actually this. It's like I'm not necessarily opposed to like stuff being made up to like trick the masses necessarily. I'm not defending Twilight as a movie at all. I'm just saying like that's just how I am with like world building and stuff.
Oh, I see. And if people travel for miles to see one as an attraction, yet nobody turns their head if one is stabbed and violently decomposes in front of their eyes?
Well, yeah, because that one's dead. It's not going to do a jig for them, Linkara. Like, come on.
It's totally okay! Now I know! And knowing makes it even more confusing.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like Spoonie's really trying here. He's not really trying with the face like Doug or Linkara.
Yeah, this joke's kind of cringe. You guys, you gotta recover quick on your feet with whatever comes next.
Yeah, why do they have the fireworks? Why do the firework effects? Like, this would have been enough. This just looks out.
It's a G.I. Joe reference.
Do they have
you gotta have them?
Yeah, but do they have the fireworks around the G.I. Joe thing?
I didn't grow up with G.I. Joe.
Yeah, you grew up with
think
Doug.
I know?
I mean, you grew up with Doug, who grew up with G.I. Joe. So you know everything you know about G.I. Joe, you would know from him, obviously.
But one of the other attractions, the amazing Candle Slicer, takes a liking to Rain and dreams of living in a better world with her.
My uncle, he's a sailor, and he once told me of a place where people play all day, and the trees grow fruits in every color of the rainbow, and the sunsets set the whole sky.
What the fuck? Okay, like, this is more criticizing the film. What the fuck is this dialogue?
On fire.
They got tons of popcorn there. There's cotton candy, mountains of it, and chocolate milk.
What is this clip from? He likes to pull a lot of these old clips, like, as, like, a joke, too. I don't recognize where this is from. Do you know where it's from, Mimi?
I'm not sure what specific movie it's from. Isn't this something from Of Mice and Men, or am I confusing it?
I don't think it's
like, is this an adaptation of that, or is it something just a similar speech?
No, Mice and Men is the rabbits. Tell me about the rabbits, George. That's not that. He's talking about like fucking gumdrops and candy and whatnot. I just didn't know where this was from. It's probably from something Doug saw as a kid.
And Bolton's
gonna have a field of alfalfa.
All right, this is Of Mice and Men.
For the rabbits.
Without war and traffic accidents.
Why is he doing like 3 of these at once? He couldn't have just chosen one.
Understandable mistake. Wait, what?
I'm asking why is he doing like 3 of these at once? Like, why didn't he just like pick one of them?
I don't know. Comedy comes in 3s.
Yeah, but like the 3s.
He's doing
are, like...
a supercut. He's doing what you call a supercut. It's a fancy film term for when you string a bunch of related scenes from a bunch of similar things from a movie together to form a new piece of art. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, like a YouTube poop. Yeah.
Of the human being.
Doesn't it sound wonderful, Rain?
We then cut to her escaping? Wait, when did that happen?
Oh, I guess she was just dreaming.
Does she always dream in Photoshop smears?
Yeah, I'd need to be drunk to get through this movie too.
Wait a minute, now she's back in the field. What the hell's going on? Is this a dream? A flashback? What? Frank Miller's time codes are more fluent than this.
The three hunters come across the carnival where
I've seen
that's a specific reference to Linkara's own reviews and things he complains about.
It's Miller time.
It's like when I know Phalos would kind of make fun of these conventions in his videos, like when he'd just have cinema snobs say, "This movie is really shitty," like Sallow, and the joke is just, "That's a movie I've reviewed before."
Yeah, I think he's specifically referencing Batman and Robin with how that jumps around. I remember his All-Star Batman and Robin reviews where he was like, "Oh, they're overusing the goddamn Batman," and at one point he shouts, "What time is it?"
where Rain was and discovers it's burnt to the ground.
This is the work of a young vampire.
We have work to do.
Thank you for chopping off the heads of our dead people. And burning their bodies.
She didn't mean to bite me.
Wait, were those regular people or were they vampires?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen this movie.
Because I'm just saying, like, it feels like it's something you would do to a vampire just to make sure they can't come back because they're undead.
I don't watch Uwe Boll movies.
Now that I think about it, since video game movies are kind of decent now, like, a lot of these movies are just like a thing of the past, aren't they? Like, you'll never, I don't think you'll ever see, like, actually, no, the Monster Hunter
Didn't
movie.
Borderlands come out just earlier this year?
True, it did. I also just remembered that the Monster Hunter movie may have had something to do with Bull. At least
Isn't the Minecraft movie? I mean, that's not out yet.
That's
it
less
inspired a similar reaction from the masses.
That's less so dark, edgy shit like this, and more so just like a bunch of people at the top that don't know what kids actually like. Now that I think about it, Mila Jovovich, I think I don't know if she's like Uwe Boll's wife or something. She's like in all his fucking movies. I know she's BloodRayne.
No, you're thinking of Paul. You're thinking of Paul W.S. Anderson. That's a different guy.
Oh, okay. I know Mila Jovovich is in.
He's the one who's married to Mila Jokovic. He's the other guy who made these types of movies and doesn't have as bad a reputation.
Yeah, he made the Resident Evil ones. I know. Yeah, I think Mila Jovovich is still
Resident
in this
Evil,
movie, though.
the first Combat movie. He did Event Horizon, probably his best movie.
That's another review Doug has. Yeah, of Mortal Kombat and Event Horizon.
And stabbing our performers. I'm sorry. Have you been helped?
Seriously, did these people ever react to anything?
Actually, no. I think it's implied that she got bitten by the vampire, right? That's why they killed her before she turned. I don't know.
Why does nobody care
man,
that these
I don't
wackos...
watch Uwe Boll movies.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, I haven't seen this movie in full, and like, I'm just thinking of more of like why this isn't really as much of a problem as they are, and they watch the fucking thing allegedly. I'm just saying.
Are chopping up their dead and living cast members.
Just another fad gone passe, I guess.
Guys, I just decapitated 20 corpses and stabbed an injured woman through the chest. No reason, really. I'm just kind of sick.
Were they ninja decapitated corpses?
With all of them lined up, I just see this as like the Skips meme from Regular Show where they're all sitting on the hill, and then it cuts forward, and like everyone else but Skips is like a gravestone. I kind of see Doug as Skips in this sense.
Well, it would be Doug and Brad, because the thing is, Brad is the one who remained loyal.
Right,
but do stuff with Doug.
Right, but technically Channel Awesome, the site is gone now, I think. So Channel Awesome is just on YouTube now. I think Brad just uploads to his own stuff. So, you know, technically Brad's not on Channel Awesome anymore, despite being a friend of them.
Yeah, I guess so. But he is the only loyal. These three.
Oh yeah, no, he's the one that stayed loyal up until the present. Yeah,
I view him as the unofficial third Walker brother, but he does kind of look like he's related to Doug and Robbie.
He could be like his cousin or something. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I gotta applaud Guru Larry for like Guru Larry couldn't beat Brad because of the circumstances, but you know the fact that he kind of in a way went down with Brad just because of the site closing down. You know, I gotta applaud him for that, for playing up the joke that long. He played that up for he was stuck there for like years just to say that I can try and be the last man standing. And for that effort, I applaud him.
I didn't ask what their martial arts background was.
Oh, snob. Everyone knows if there's any decapitated corpses we're talking about, it's ninja decapitated corpses.
Does this guy ever wake up?
They sneak without thought, man.
But I have a thirst for blood that can't be quenched.
Away with you, snob. You become more dated with every passing view.
Why
Yeah, at least Brad still makes content, Spoonie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
won't someone help me?
Imagine being pushed away by the Lightbringer. That would be such an honor, I think.
Meanwhile, at Castle Brownfilter, we see Billy Zane dictating a letter to his daughter.
Although we've had our differences in the past, I beseech you now to put away old grudges for the good of humanity. And together we will stop this madness and bring peace to these lands, your beloved father, etc., etc.
And if you have any information about how to get this dead skunk off my head, it would be most appreciated.
What do you think?
Very.
Personally, I would have went for the way he was, like, over-enunciating things, but, you know, you do you, Doug.
Compelling argument, Master.
Well, Doug over enunciates things too, doesn't he? So I mean, he's not really in a.
He still makes fun of how people talk, like fucking Jeremy Irons and Dungeons and Dragons.
You're such a sucker.
Bottom line, Lovejoy,
Find her. His daughter in this movie is played by Michelle Rodriguez, and if you couldn't tell by her unbelievable resemblance to him, surely you could tell by her pitch-perfect, completely unmistakable British accent.
Will you be opening up the gates to the thralls? Grave importance. You should not travel with her. We're growing weaker. I seek to feel secure. Be sure this message arrives.
Ah, it's good to know those years.
I feel like in the third one, I feel like in the first one, there was kind of some Spanish slipping in there. Maybe that's just me.
At the Dick Van Dyke School of Accents paid off.
You will secure the entrance until I return.
Well, I have to be moving along. The Lord Mayor's got a stopped up chimney.
We then see Rain enter a village where she
It wouldn't be a Channel Awesome or a Doug review if you didn't put in a clip to just emphasize what the joke you just made, yeah?
comes across a
Though in fairness, I guess I kind of do that too.
female vampire hitting on a man, which clearly Rain takes as she would find her attractive and beckons her to come forward.
I mean, she just took a gamble at her being bisexual. I mean, it was a gamble, but, you know, like, I don't think there was any risk if it wasn't that. If they weren't actually into her. I'm just saying.
Bow chicka wow, ow!
But a fortune teller sees the bit and run and decides, for really no reason whatsoever, to tell her the future.
Most believe that your kind are merely legends. Part vampire, part human. Generally, they're exterminated. You've hidden well.
Yes, you've been displayed in front of dozens of people and killed off an entire carnival single-handedly. You're better than Solid Snake.
There was a man. Kagan? Kagan's not a man, he's a vampire. And you are his creation. He killed my mother. Dampiers are rarely a product of a happy union between a vampire and a human. You lie.
So you mean your vampire father killing your mother was a happy union?
Oi, somebody's in denial.
Oh my god, Spoonie and Drag. I knew this was a good review to pick.
Your father is evil.
No, he just likes to drink the.
It's not just Spoonie and Drag, it's Spoonie and Romani face, if you will. I don't know if he is of Romani descent or not. But that's what he's doing here.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't consider that. Yeah. Also, what the fuck is this? This looks like Blade without his legs. I don't know what the fuck that is.
The blood of Catholic nuns.
He was mean to your mother.
What man wouldn't disembowel his wife for spilling the sugar?
You like to watch the pawns.
I love how the cards are like they didn't put them on the table. They're just like these little round objects that they're just balancing them on. I think it's a strange choice, personally.
Stars.
That is a lie. It is so.
I just realized that this is like a fucking fan-made Mario sprite artwork that he's got hanging from him. Like, he got this realistic looking medallion, and it's just like, oh no, a poison mushroom, don't eat it, Mario.
Obviously scripted. Who could be as stupid as Chum Lee? You are a fraud. A fraud!
It's getting worse. I just bit the neck of a prostitute and no one seems to notice.
Was it a zombie prostitute?
What the hell is wrong with everyone?
I just find Brad's performance there just funny how he screams like that.
Meanwhile, at Hogwarts, we see Ben Kingsley, presumably paying off an LED TV, as Rain's evil father. He's just been told that Rain is off to get a magic eye, sure, which is said to help get his...
What's the joke here? Is that what this kind of puzzle is called? It's called a magic eye?
A magic eye painting.
Oh, okay. So what's supposed to be in this one then?
I don't know.
I guess it's not too important.
Attention. Oh look, a sailboat.
Kill her. Let her find
Oh, the car just solved it for us. How considerate of him.
the eye or let her try, then kill her.
Something you'll notice very quickly is that Kingsley's scenes are phenomenally short. Some barely even reach a minute. They're so short, I think he literally charged by the second. You could pretty much sum up every scene with,
"Are you evil?"
"Yep."
Just checking.
Hey, they're using.
Oh man, the joke was so good they had to bring it back and do it again.
Yeah, they even reused animation like G.I. Joe and other cartoons back in the day to save budget, and just not have to make as much to fit the runtime. Yeah.
I mean, they're so well drawn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rain then makes her way to the monastery where the eye is said to be hidden. She finds a secret location which leads her to a door guarded by an overcooked Fester Adams.
Look out, you nearly hit the camera!
Good.
So I got a question. Do you want to watch this review all the way to the end? Because I don't know if it'll be that interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be that interesting too.
I think the most interesting part is the beginning, obviously.
Yeah, now that Brad's not there, we could cut to the end just to see. Yeah, I don't know if there's that much more to get from this. We'll cut to the end because I remember it kind of being funny at the end.
As if this movie wasn't proof enough. If the sci-fi movie of the week is too good for you, then Uwe Boll is the one for you. Everybody else knows that his movies bite it, and this one is no exception.
His characters are flat, his writing ridiculous, and his stories never make any semblance of sense.
And the fact that it has little to nothing to do with the original source material makes it one of the most laughably bad adaptations ever. What else can you say but...
This movie sucks! Well, thank you guys so much with helping me for another Uwe Boll review.
No problem.
My pleasure.
Now get out!
Fine.
Why don't you just fly away?
I can only do it once. See,
wow! That was an immediate
Yeah.
change in color grading there.
Yeah, we're back to the blue again.
We're back to turquoise world.
I guess Spoonie took the lighting with him.
Not so bad. No, it was worse.
Well, what are you gonna do now?
I am just gonna sit here and stare forward, thinking about the review I just watched, hoping I can trick people into thinking I'm more artsy than I really am.
All right.
Whatever does it for you.
Oh, we missed Linkara in a skit. Oh well.
Wait a minute, I don't remember doing that.
Like I said, critic.
Oh my god, they came on his face.
Once a stooge, always a stooge.
Yeah, you knucklehead!
Linkara's being
Very
such a
weak,
pussy.
some very weak slaps there, Linkara.
I'm gonna give you a concussion, Doug. I'm gonna save my friend Spoonie from your evil clutches. All right, well that was a bit of fun. I remember, yeah, I'd say it was more interesting near the beginning, but you know. Let's see. How do you think you need you think it would be a good idea to have a break, like for drinking bathroom at all, or?
Yeah, sure. I'll be back in just a minute.
All right. I'll put the one screen on then to indicate that it will be back in a moment. All right, I know I'm back. I'm not sure if Mimi's back at all, but I can at least I can at least bring the regular stream layout back on.
Hello.
Oh, you are back. Okay, all right. I just got back myself. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe I should have put the atop the fourth wall theme on, but oh well. Lakara's theme kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie.
It's my favorite reviewer theme song, but that's not saying a whole lot.
Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Are those apples then you got then again?
No, sorry, it's just a.
Oh no, I'm not bothered by the
pretzels
noise.
here. I was eating it during the break. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I was just wondering what you had. Right. Well, if you're still up to keep going, I don't know. Are you feeling like one of the clipless reviews then? Maybe like the Jurassic World one.
Sure.
Like
Sure.
Yeah.
What one do you think would be interesting?
He's got Jurassic World, Pixels, Mad Max Fury Road, Hocus Pocus, the Star Wars ones. I know the Batman vs Superman one has Angry Joe in it. He's got.
Well, if you want to watch the first one, you go with Jurassic World. If you
Yeah.
want to watch the first one where he kind of abandoned the review format altogether and made it more like a parody of the movie, which, is kind of what got later elaborated on in The Wall.
Force Awakens.
For that, you got to watch Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah, Hocus Pocus. Yeah.
That was when he really started to kind of push the clipless review too far, where it's like it's not really a review anymore. It's more like a very on the nose parody of the movie than a review.
I remember the Hocus Pocus one kind of being a disaster. Yeah, while it's not October anymore, maybe we could check that one out. It's been quite some time since I've seen it.
It's got a badass, epic ending where
because
it's got a badass, awesome ending where Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service shows up, but she's all masculine and cool, and she shoots down these stupid poser witches.
Yeah, I haven't really seen the movie Hocus Pocus, but I don't think it'll matter too much here, because he kind of just goes off the rails.
Well, it'll matter to an extent, because he's not gonna really directly tell you what happens in it.
Well, let's just see how it goes. I love.
Yeah, I mean, you're the ideal person to watch this, because you'll be able to judge how confusing it is if you haven't seen the movie.
Oh, I remember we were talking about how he was dissing Pokemon earlier before the stream started, and I think it's in the intro here that he disses on it again. I remember now. So yeah, I always love this face that he uses.
This is from a Nostalgia Ween where he parodied the Goosebumps intro. He does like a parody of a different thing for his intro every year.
Yeah.
This year he did Goosebumps.
I always love this. I love this Doug face. It's such a good face. We're just looking to the side like someone's over there. It's like, oh my god, I'm in trouble. Although I don't know what the fuck he's looking at here. Wouldn't he be looking up since the turmoil's above him? But I guess it doesn't matter too much. Is it just me, or is stuff not everything on the beat in terms of the instrumentals?
Well, he has to make a non-copyright infringing version of the music being parodied.
I guess that's fair, yeah. He's too skinny to be Jack Black there.
Yeah, he is.
Also, I thought people
should have widened the footage.
Yeah, I thought that people liked the Goosebumps movie, or at least the first one. Maybe I'm not remembering right.
I think this was before it came out. It was just being advertised. That he made this. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how people kind of turned against Jack Black, and he's not really. Lately, he's been not that favorable with people. People are kind of finding him annoying, like The Rock. Which I
liked Jack Black growing up. I thought he was a talented comedic actor, but I don't know. Does he say no to anything?
It doesn't feel like
Probably
it.
some things.
I don't know what he says no to. He said yes to the Minecraft movie.
God damn.
The fucking stock noises.
Look out! There's bullshit about.
Witches of Hocus Pocus!
Now, frame what? Now, immediately, what do you...
Doug and Drag. Hold on, let me go back a bit. Okay, chat. Kill, fuck, marry. All right, kill, fuck, marry. Left, middle, right. I guess is that Heather on the right, or is that someone different? I don't think that's. I don't think that. Actually, that might not be her. I know that's Tamara.
I think that might be Ayana, not Heather. I don't know if she shows up in videos anymore, though.
Yeah, kill, fuck, marry with these lovely ladies.
Witches of Hocus Pocus!
Word up!
We, the National Association of Registered Critics, knock, find your movie guilty of being incredibly dumb. Therefore, you shall be hanged until hung, and your movie...
That's their dad, right? I think that's their dad, yeah?
Yeah, that's Barney Walker.
Yeah. Honestly, he kind of sells like this. Honestly, he kind of sells like the look here with like the pipe and the coat.
Yeah, he's usually funny if he cameos in
Yeah.
a video, or if he shows up in a video.
His dad's still alive, right? I know his mom passed away at some point. Or did his dad pass away too? I can't remember.
I think his mom passed away. I think his dad's still alive, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I remember his mom passed away a while ago.
Banished into obscurity until obscure.
Why does Rob have like a fucking blanket around his like shoulder like he's fucking Dunban?
I guess it's supposed to be a pompous scarf. I guess I don't know.
You couldn't have just gotten a scarf then. Also, what the fuck kind
They
of?
don't have money to make these. Have you seen any of? Have you seen these videos?
Well, a
These are
scarf.
made on a budget. These are made on like a $5 budget per episode.
Scarves are not something that only millionaires use. Like, you just go get like a fucking winter scarf or something. It'll do the job. Also, I love. What the fuck is this hat that Doug's wearing? Is this like straw? It's kind of looks like a gardener's hat. Also, seeing Doug without frames on the bottom, I there was something bothering me about it. It's that he doesn't have frames on the bottom. Those aren't his normal glasses. That's what threw me off. That's what was nagging me. I finally realized it.
Yeah, I think. By the way, I think the witch on the right is neither Heather nor Ayana. It's some other actress, but I can't remember what her name is.
Because I know.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know either.
And we weren't that bad.
Just look what you've done to our youth.
Hey, can I get another kids film about the awkward teen that gets the hot babe?
That's every movie you've seen this year.
Yeah, and I've got babes like them to thank.
Oh, you don't need to thank us.
Oh, but you're so bodacious.
She's actually right. We don't want to entertain.
I thought the witches were the villains. They didn't get with the main
he's
character.
stealing. Right? He's stealing '90s kids' thunder here.
Yeah, Malcolm's just an imposter.
You. We want to consume your consumerism. The more we keep you in a
Malcolm's not even trying to do the 90 kids voice though.
formulaic box, the more likely you are to watch the things that we put no effort in, thus making mass profit.
In fact, when you watch a product too much, you become the product.
A little fucking cat puppet. I love that. It's like, oh my god, are they gonna? I was thinking first, oh my god, they're gonna turn him into a woman.
What is that?
A black cat toy. They're all the rage now.
Yes, Sailor Moon.
It's now available. He sounds just oh my god, right? They mentioned Sailor Moon just now, right? That review. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Pest your parents until they buy you one. We'll gas all the ones not bought. He sounds just like that boy you like.
And Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and of course, our movie.
Look for them at Toys R Us. The children can't resist.
Destroy them!
Ha! The joke's on you! Our movie may have opened number 4 at the box office, but soon we will return!
And there's that iconic Dutch angle, too, that he uses. That iconic Dutch angle from underneath. To leave her everything.
And I feel like he's shot on, like, Dutch angles before. I know at Battlefield Earth, he shot on the camera always being tilted.
Yeah, but he does the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not 100% of the time, but maybe half the time.
There's sort of an unawareness. Doug wasn't really aware when he was doing a lot. He was like, oh, he never realized, oh, I'm kind of doing the same thing I'm slamming these movies for doing. Someone said that Linkara should have been in this. I think this review could have been better if you got Linkara and Spoonie to be the other witches. We could have gotten the boys back together again, you know? Maybe Brad Jones could have been like the Black Cat. I don't know.
You mean? We'll be nostalgic.
Hollywood will run out of ideas. They'll find comfort from us.
And soon the 90s will rule the world!
That's impossible!
Soon Pokemon will be popular again.
Oh!
It was always popular, Doug. Once again, showing you don't know anything about it.
Well, that might be the joke.
No, he says Pokemon will be popular again. Oh no, we don't want Pokemon to be popular again.
Well, yeah, but they're talking about this from the perspective of the 90s, right? They're saying it's gonna...
But it's weird
I
because
don't know.
they're saying again, Pokemon never dipped out of
Yeah,
popularity.
that's true. It never really stopped being popular.
At least not back then.
It has waves of being more or less popular, but it's never been an unpopular franchise.
I mean, look at it this way. You could say it's too popular for its own good now because of how the fucking games are.
Street Boys. Furby.
The fuck is that?
And all of them will be exploited by Jimmy!
I honestly found Rob's reaction, what the fuck is that, to the furry thing pretty humorous.
Kill them! You can't kill us! We're Disney!
Yeah, it's this weird thing too that Doug does where it's like these characters are both they're both the characters from the movie, but also they represent some kind of meta thing, and it gets kind of confused a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's like, what do you want? What are you trying to do with this? Who is this, and what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
always...
don't remember how confused this one gets specifically, but some of his other ones definitely do in terms of like what the characters are supposed to be, like whether they're supposed to be whether they're supposed to be like a parody of some company or an actual character or whatever. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Or like how it's like, or like, I know what you mean. Like, I feel like there's like a lot of cases, like I guess carrot juice and the version of the rabbit that Malcolm plays in the Alice in Wonderland review. It's like, well, this is supposed to, well, I mean, it's clearly like Beetlejuice because Tim Burton, but it's like, is this the White Rabbit then? I don't fucking know.
What depraved time would bring back such archaic monsters?
Now, the Hocus Pocus did eventually get a sequel, so I suppose...
When did it get a sequel?
It got a direct to Disney Plus sequel, I think, just a year or two ago.
Oh, I see. I've never seen the original movie, but it's like, it wouldn't surprise me that they would eventually bust that out because they're out of ideas too.
Go away! Go away! I'm still celebrating Halloween! It's not even December yet!
I thought you liked Christmas though, Doug. The joke is that no
he
one
does,
likes
but he loves Christmas, but that's why he has to ward it off. The poison is within him, you see. It's the temptation is too strong.
Maybe we could watch that song after this. That might be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. You think Doug will come after you for that one?
What? Just us watching the music video?
Yeah, because it is on. You can buy it on iTunes. They reference that in the lyrics. I don't know.
Oh, well, I don't know if he. I mean, the thing is just on YouTube, so I don't fucking know.
Ooh, Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray. Now this is a Halloween flick we're talking about.
The way he was looking at it, kind of looked like he was looking at a dirty magazine there for a second.
Yeah. Aw, bogus! I had one job to do all these years and I still fucked it up.
We'll show them what a real Halloween classic looks like.
He always uses that fucking stock phone sound effect, even if it's a fucking smartphone. I just love that.
Well, if there isn't a skeptic in our midst.
Aren't you that weird teacher in her class that keeps obsessing over Hocus Pocus?
We saw your Disney December review.
Is this a character in the film? I don't know. I think Doug just wanted an excuse to do drag twice.
Well,
Personally.
I just want to see how confused you get. The thing is, I've only seen bits and pieces of Hocus Pocus, but I believe this is parodying. I mean, maybe I'll see if you can pick up what it is a parody or not from his blunt dialogue.
Because it's like we were discussing earlier. I don't know if this is supposed to be a character of the film, just something he created that's like someone who likes the film, like a fictional person he made up to have an argument with, or like both. Because like it's been years since I've seen this.
It's often both.
Of it, would you care to rethink your Chicago went uptight shirt and tie point of view?
Look, watching it once was enough. And I don't get why your class benignly laughs at stuff that even a kindergartner wouldn't laugh at.
Stuff!
It just so happens that Hocus Pocus was supposed to be a Disney Channel original movie, which we all know, right? Nothing but classics.
Yeah! Well said.
Why would a classroom applaud that?
Why is it cutting when it's supposed to be a video call? Like, shouldn't it be panning over? I mean, I know why, because it's easier to make, but you know.
Teacher, can I interrupt class to announce to everybody that I'm gonna give this girl my number?
That seems like a completely normal thing to do. You get an A+ for flirting.
I will never understand this fan base. Evil Dead 2, on the other hand.
Stop! That's the Blu-ray of Hocus Pocus, dude. I hid it in there so nobody would find it.
Dude, that's the Blu-ray to Hocus Pocus, man. Bro, if fucking 90s kid's voice was coming out of this cat, this would be comedy gold.
You know, why? I mean, he could have gotten Link Harvey in this time, I'm sure. Why didn't he just use 90s kid? Why did he get Malcolm to play a knockoff of him?
I feel like Car is a bit more protective with his stuff than like other people. I think I heard something that's like Doug wanted to make a joke about Mechacar. He's like, no, Mechacar is like he's serious. Like he could actually fucking kill you. He doesn't joke around, man. It's like, bro, it's just you with like some fucking robot makeup on. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, but 90s kid isn't serious generally. I mean, he's had a couple serious he's had a couple serious moments over the years, but not usually.
He doesn't want 90s kids' potential character development over the years to be ruined by Doug. He doesn't want him to be assassinated. I think that's what it is.
Oh man, the Suburbanite fans are getting weird.
If someone actually plays a Blu-ray of Hocus Pocus, that means it's popular enough to bring the witches back.
Oh, and how would you know about that, Gigi?
Because I've been guarding it. You see, I'm a boy that was cursed by them years ago. I haven't told anyone about it until this day.
If you could talk, why didn't you talk all these years?
Don't put it in!
Okay, I'm done with Hocus Pocus. I'm putting in Evil Dead 2.
No!
I mean, they probably a talking cow would probably be kicked out right away, right? Like, they'd probably be, like, too freaked out about it, right? I could understand wanting to lay low, personally. Dr. Negus B. Wilden with $2. Halloween drip Doug, finna make me act up. Well, which one? Because remember, he did it twice. Oh, or are you talking about the Halloween jacket? I thought you were talking about him in drag. You might just be talking about the jacket. Yeah, it's a pretty nice jacket, honestly. I once went to like a little mini Comic-Con and there was someone dressed up as the Nostalgia Critic specifically with the Halloween jacket with like the little pumpkins on it.
I'm sure they had a great time explaining who they were to everyone that night.
I mean, I went as a Nostalgia Critic to a Halloween social for work. I don't think anyone knew who I was though, but you know, at least I knew who I was. I remembered it so they didn't have to.
Maniac Zack is back, Jack!
This music feels inappropriate for what's happening right now. I know he has to get stock music, but still, I feel like there could have been like some better music. Also, I just realized Malcolm has 2 pairs of sunglasses, which I guess is the joke.
Yeah, that's the subtlety of Doug Walker. He weaves all these little jokes in there that you don't notice on a first viewing.
Yeah, I think all the bad jokes that are more like aggressive, abrasive, and in your face and explain more. I think they make the subtle jokes even more subtle. There's an artwork to that I haven't really appreciated until now. You're right.
Oh no, Bette Midler.
Hello, I'm Sister Winifred. This is Sister in the City, and this is Sister Act, though the fan base just calls her Curly.
Look, sisters! It's 2015! Just in time for the...
Begin virgin shaming, end virgin shaming. Haiti, I can't read that. Hocus Pocus review. Happy Halloween. Okay.
Now,
90s.
Sorry, what?
That is, I will tell you, that is sort of a reference to the actual movie, and he complained a lot about how everybody's obsessed with the fact that the main kid is a virgin,
Oh,
even though he's
right,
just
yeah.
a teenager.
Yeah, I mean,
And Doug's like, this is weird, and I wouldn't let my kids watch it because why do they keep talking about this?
I'm in a Disney movie that seems kind of out of pocket.
To become nostalgic again.
No. There's still plenty of things today that are totally original. Name a recent hit movie. Goosebumps? Shit.
Maximum Maxness.
Oh, so Goosebumps did come out then. I guess it came out.
It
recently.
came out, but I think the intro was probably made before Doug saw it, because this intro played throughout the month of October.
Oh, right. This would have come out the year this came out. Yeah.
And you must be the virgin prophesied to fail in stopping us.
That's an odd thing to focus on. He's like 13.
It's a 90s thing.
Okay, yeah, you're right about that. Doug always his face constantly looks like a rat or like a rabbit throughout this review. I remember.
We talked
Well, yeah,
about...
because he's trying to do an impression of Bette Midler's facial mannerisms.
I guess she does do that a lot. Yeah.
uncomfortable things without having the knowledge to talk about them.
And now the time has come to control.
I just realized he had to have filmed these separately because he's shaven here, but he still has the beard when he's NC.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he just put a lot of
He's
makeup
not
on his
shaven enough, though. You can still very much see his 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
throughout
yeah.
this.
Oh, the minds of this
Maybe it grows back faster for some people. I don't know.
generation by convincing them that our movie is the greatest thing ever.
No, we'll stop you the best way possible.
Oh.
Running away like a pussy.
Actually,
Is Doug opinion bashing? I don't think the Super Origami Kingdom would like that very much. People just they just want people to enjoy their movie, but Doug wants to bash their opinions for it.
He does do that sometimes.
He does do that sometimes, but I've never heard a lot of these users making a rant on Nostalgia Critic. So maybe he gets the O pass. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he's so much better and smarter than them. They wouldn't dare contest him.
Oh no, absolutely not.
ha! The witch is back, baby.
Wait, my peeper says it's been 5 minutes.
Frankenberry.
What does that mean?
Every 5 minutes, we need to distract from the plot and do some unnecessary mugging.
Usually misinterpreting things for something else. Ooh, what is that?
Oh! Do you think it's some sort of god?
I think it's some kind of shrine or something.
Oh, that's good commentary. Very good, Curly.
Come on, let's jam.
Yeah, did we really used to say that?
Yeah, there's the thing where it's like the parody character. He's got these characters who are like parodies of the movie, but they're also like directly criticizing the movie as if they were the critic talking about it from the outside.
Yeah, it a lot of times it can just get very confusing and not add up. I'm assuming this is because they were like sealed away for years. They don't know what this modern technology is.
Yeah.
But they apparently know about how much people like their movie before it came out, but they would know what happens in their movie, so they would know what I don't fucking know. You're right. The more I think about it, the less sense it makes.
It's a very confusing just style of video.
Yeah, I remember this not being very well liked when it came out.
No, look at the dislike bar. It's got a decently, not a massive one, but it's bigger than most of his videos.
Back then, it would have been bigger. I feel.
Dragon Ball section is completely ripping us off.
Oh my god, the Uncanny Valley. It's the Uncanny Valley, the anniversary movie for 4 years. Wait, hold on. What did Doug say?
Oh, that's good commentary. Very good, Curly.
Come on, let's jam.
Yeah, did we really used to say that?
This Dragon Ball section is completely ripping us off.
The dragon.
He's making fun of his own sketch Dragon Board because that also had a fantasy character being in a modern environment.
Oh yeah, I know it was called Dragon something.
Not understanding it.
Yeah, I remember. I just forgot what it was called exactly, and it sounded like he said Dragon Ball, so I got really confused. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's called Dragon Board.
Yeah, I remember seeing it when it came out, and they had a joke with Nash at the beginning of every just.
He was
short of
the
anthology.
host
Yeah.
of the rapper. He was the host of the framing device for the different.
And then he had
segments.
to talk to Rob in a construction hat every time. This honestly looks AI generated until Malcolm and Doug just started running, honestly.
This would have been before that era.
Yeah, I just had AI in the brain because I remember people mentioned Coca-Cola made their commercial with AI this year for Christmas, and yeah, it looks atrocious.
Wait a minute.
I would take this any day over an AI commercial, honestly.
What the upbeat music? We're in a state of anxiety.
Oh, it doesn't matter. All 90s kids films have whimsical soundtracks when walking through a neighborhood.
Huh. What else do they have? Halt!
Oh, bullies.
Hey Hollywood, let's have a bug.
I love Jim with the fucking Sephiroth fit here with like the black and then the white wig. What the fuck is this? Is this like actually what the characters look like in the movie?
I don't know. It's just what they had on them, I assume.
I just immediately thought of Sephiroth because of the wig of the
like I
jacket.
said, I've never seen the movie all the way through. I've only seen bits of it before, and it was a long time ago.
Mm.
Oh my god. No thanks, guys. I don't smoke.
Oh, what are you, health conscious there, Hollywood?
Rice.
You just got rice.
Good job, Brony.
Now, you might, I don't know. Do you recognize Jason here?
I've seen him in a couple. I've seen him in a
anymore.
couple videos. I know he was in the Monster. I think he was in the Monster Squad video, right?
Yeah, he was. I never liked Jason. Something about him.
Yeah, he just
I
feels
don't know.
like the one part. He just feels like the one people in these that could like possibly just get outed at any minute for like doing some kind of thing. Yeah, maybe he gives that vibes.
That's not what I mean. I mean, I would see him in video where he and Doug would just be talking, and for some reason, keep going.
Yeah.
Guys, better answer him, Hollywood.
Okay, stop calling him Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a bit mean to him. I don't know why. I don't know where that came from. I feel a bit bad, but you know, I'm sure he's a fine gentleman.
You're the ones who are Hollywood because Hollywood obviously wrote for you. If you existed in real life, you'd be the ones being bullied.
Ooh, he's onto our formula. We better get out of here. No, really, we should go. We got nothing left.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
You just humiliated me in front of half the guys at school.
That wasn't half the guys at school. That was Tweedle Bulk and Tweedle Skull.
Oh, sorry. It's just...
I feel like I've used Tweedle Bulk and Tweedle Skull in another video before. Like those exact same names. I can't remember which one. Or maybe this is the only one. Doug is bald as hell. I mean, not here. Not here. He has more of his hair here, SK. You can see it right there.
It's just that it's hard moving into a new environment, you know?
Yeah, I do know. You're a growing teen with so many issues that could be tackled. But instead, they do the one that they always do. A new kid moving into a neighborhood, like that's somehow the only problem any kid ever has.
It's in every 90s movie. Every one. Doesn't any child anywhere else have other issues?
Well, at least you don't have a dead parent. That's a popular cliche. And look at it this way. Kids' films in the future are written a lot better. And a lot of these 90s tropes don't even exist anymore.
I'm sorry, but like just the fucking music and the way they're talking, this just gives me like porn vibes. I'm sorry. There's just something about this that makes me giggle. Okay, sorry if that was an out of pocket
If there
joke.
was, if there was, hey, just so you know, if Doug and Malcolm are watching this, if there was porn of you, I would watch it. I don't want to be disrespectful.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if they need to fall back on it like that badly, depending on how the Nostalgia Critic goes in the future. You know.
Didn't you say Goosebumps was #1?
Don't change the subject.
There was something about that bus. Hold
A
on.
lot better. And a lot of these 90s tropes don't even exist anymore.
Didn't you say Goosebumps was #1?
Don't change the subject.
This looks like something I would see in like a VHS at school that's like teaching us about how like physics work, or it's like, oh, this is where the
like
wheel.
the amazing bulk. I mean, then again, you could say that about a lot of
Look, there's a hubcap on the
aesthetic to
front.
them.
There's a hubcap on the front wheel, but not on the back one. What the fuck? Is it credited who made this bus? Did Jim make the bus?
I don't know, man. Maybe at the credits they say
Oh,
that,
yeah?
but
Oh yeah, you're right.
it's probably not going to be in the description.
I just don't know what the fuck. I just realized with how the bus is scaled, the leaves look fucking massive. Either the leaves are massive or this is just a really tiny bus. It's like fucking.
Come on, man! You're focusing on all the little details.
I'm sorry.
Filmmaking is about the big picture. Haven't you ever heard of suspension of disbelief?
Look, I'm much too autistic. If I see this weird thing on the bus, I don't know what this is. This looks like a sign or something. I don't know what the hell this is for. Like, I'm gonna question it. I'm sorry. I'm too autistic.
Oh, thank you again, Mr. Bus Driver, for giving us a ride for us being so gorgeous.
You found them gorgeous. What can I say? I'm settling. Anytime you wacky broads want to indulge my crazy-ass fetish, it's all right by me.
Just never speak of him again.
He was weird.
Yeah.
Let's kick it extreme old school style.
After the airhead virgin!
Wait, why did they need a bus if they can fly on brooms?
Maybe they'll make a funny joke about that.
Okay.
Oh, look at this! It's the gravestone of one of Winifred's victims. Apparently she had a better interpretation on witches, so she banished her theatrical release and killed any chances of her becoming more popular in America.
We're in the middle of a chase! What's this have to do with anything?
Come on, you airhead virgin!
That's virgin shaming, Doug. There are some users that would not appreciate you for that.
Oh, my peepaw! Oh!
I love you can see like the blue outline on Doug's wig and their hair there.
Oh, Ada's fork! We need to mug again!
Real charm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could do a calming circle.
Or wait, it's weird because like this is blue. The highlight is blue. Like you can clearly see green reflections from the green screen. I genuinely don't know what color they're using here.
No, even the movie gave up halfway on that one.
Well, perhaps we could bring in a baby boomer celebrity that none of the children recognize.
Ladies?
Why does the makeup with Doug as a woman look better than the makeup with Doug as another guy?
I think he's trying to make himself look older and at an old age makeup.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that the makeup with him as a woman looks more convincing.
Just to clarify, I'm not actually the devil, but I did direct the other sister, so I understand that confusion.
Oh, we wouldn't confuse the Lord of Darkness with an out-of-touch director in red pajamas.
We know it's really you! Let me unrealistically invite you in to hit on you, because what can I say? I'm settled. Oh! This calls for extremely over-the-top hand gestures! Come on in, I'm completely hijacking the movie. Come on in, come on in.
Officer, the witches from Hocus Pocus are trying to consume everybody's minds!
And I'm a virgin.
Come here.
Is this something in the movie, or are they just being weird?
This is parodying a scene in the movie where a cop is weird to the kid about being a virgin.
Okay.
You a virgin?
Yeah.
Really?
He's 13! What is wrong with everybody?
No, I should feel bad. I'm not even following in the footsteps of my mom, who dressed up like Madonna this year.
Whoa, I'd cuff that.
Parents, stop Disney talking about sex. They just don't know.
That's okay, I'm not even a real cop.
What?
Yeah, the giveaway is a stupid patch on my hat.
Dude, that's like incredibly illegal.
What are they gonna do? Arrest me for impersonating a police officer? Oh, fair enough.
Come on, buddy.
I'm assuming this was just an original joke that they made too. Like this isn't parodying anything.
I think so.
It's okay, I've got the patch on my hat!
What
I think we're about to get into the song momentarily, right?
a terrible man!
Marrying his sister was one thing, but then showing us Princess Diary the royal engagement was too far. Look!
Sheesh, what are you people at home seeing these three?
Oh, are people at home watching us?
Right on. Whoa!
Well then, thank you for that marvelous introduction.
These are other people that were on Channel Awesome, right?
I think some of them are from even off-site, if I'm not mistaken.
Like this guy with like the Lego. Is that like a Lego Sonic shirt or is that just Sonic? Yeah, actually, it's just Sonic. Yeah.
I'll just click.
I put.
What the fuck is this?
I think
he's got like a military outfit on.
it might be Is that General Anesthetic from Pop Quiz Hotshot? It might be.
Actually, oh yeah, right. You're right. Yeah, that is him. Yeah.
A nostalgic spell on
Sage.
you.
That was Ben at the Sage.
And now, you're mine.
Boperator Blue with $2. Mimi, would you marry good old Doug here? I think we know the answer to this.
Doug is already a happily married. Never take that from him.
But what if he wasn't? Would you?
If he wasn't, I don't know, he's maybe like the 5th or 6th reviewer that I'd marry if I had my choice.
Oh man, there's other ones then. Okay. Maybe you could make.
I don't know. I was planning on making a video at one point, top 10 hottest internet reviewers, and I don't remember where I put him.
Yeah, that might be a good video at some point, like Valentine's Day or April Fool's Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love these guys that like they just have their cat hair saying, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Well, that made you laugh? Huh. Well, I have even more crappy puns and lines.
Oh, there's Tony Goldmark right
hey,
there. Yeah.
Tony, my favorite.
What?
That's Count Jacula right there.
Count Jacula of the Count Jacula show.
I know these people's names. I've barely seen their content though.
He was like, I feel that he was like the manliest, chadliest guy on channel, which isn't saying a lot. But he's also satanic, so I can't support that. I'm a very concerned mother.
Oh, he's actually satanic. Okay.
What is happening?
He I think he advertises himself as such. Like I think his Twitter is like Satanic Jack or something.
Oh, so like it's not a bit then? Okay.
Right now.
I don't know.
On my witch watch, time will fly today. If you learn how to spell, there'll be hell to pay.
This is getting really uncomfortable.
I mean, it's mostly like kids that would laugh at these, right? Or do adults eat this up too?
Well, I think Doug is making fun of people who grew up into adults and still like this movie.
I mean, I could see them maybe having an attachment to it then, I guess. To the point where they would like look back and laugh at it. I love this face right here looks very disturbing though. Like Doug like frowning with this. That's quite a face. That's quite a face.
Yeah, just cut to the chorus. No, don't fall under the corporate song number. I put a nostalgic spell on you. Just give it time. Perhaps a decade or two. Then your memory's mine.
This little fucking dance there just cracks me up. So he's just waving his arms around.
Alright, is atrocious and makes no goddamn sense. But you'll laugh because we always use synchronized movements. Nostalgic spell on you.
That guy kind of looked like Ricky Berwick if he could walk, with the Batman shirt, and he was underwater for some reason.
Was that Dominic Noble?
I don't know if I remember him.
Alright, is atrocious and makes no goddamn sense. But you'll laugh because we always use synchronized movements.
Yeah, him.
I think that might be Dominic Noble, but I'm not sure. Because that guy, he does that like Lost in Adaptation series.
I see. Why is
where
it
it's like he compares books to their movie adaptations and explains all the differences, breaks it all down.
Yeah.
That might be him. I'm not sure.
Why does he need to be underwater to do that, though?
Maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. He does a lot of green screen hijinks too.
Yeah, like how Angry Joe, how he's in a space station for no reason, yeah.
It fell on you, for good reason or wrong.
That doesn't even look like Tony Goldmark was in his room. It's like he was in like a fucking stairwell with the way that door looked.
Get down.
Watch us, watch us, watch us, watch us. We're in Best Buy's discount bin.
Who the fuck is this with the plaid shirt?
That's the horror guru.
Oh, okay.
He makes video that's kind of identical to Jacula to the point where I think they just sort of merged into one channel over time.
Yeah, I watched a few people outside of Doug, but like not everyone. So like I don't know who some of these like smaller people are.
And we'll stay with you till blood squirts out your nose. This whole thing's as impromptu as go did you go? Nostalgic fell on you.
Hey, it's a surprisingly good number.
Nostalgic fell on you. Now repeat after me. Aki, solo tutti, cotita.
Hell no.
What?
You can't spit out gibberish and expect us to remember it right away.
Yeah.
Why is Jack? Is that a Jacula's thing? He speaks with like a Mexican accent or something?
Maybe he used to do that. I don't think he does it anymore.
You can't just expect us to speak gibberish. It was just so fucking weird. Like, wait, what the fuck?
You should have had us rehearse or something.
Oh, that guy was British the whole time. Okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Dom is British.
Okay.
I don't know if I didn't know. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't. It's just something I didn't really think about or that I didn't consider.
We're doing this all with no rehearsal.
Yeah, us and the
His
band.
channel
We're doing
used
this
to
all in
just
one
be
go.
called The
Quick.
Dom, but I think he changed it because it sounded too sexual to just be his name, Dominic Noble. I could be mistaken, but I think that's probably why he changed it.
Dominic Noble sounds fine. I never really got like a sex thing from that.
No, I mean it used to be The Dom, and then he changed it to Dominic Noble.
Okay, I can. Oh, okay, so I see that. Yeah.
Frankly, I think we're killing it.
Well, good for you, but we can't even pronounce half the names we hear on an anime.
All right.
I don't know, Sage. Like as someone who's into anime, that seems like it's a skill issue on your part. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, maybe Doug wrote that line for him to say because anime reviewer, and Doug was like, that's his thing, so that's what I should write for him to say.
And Sage just took it?
I should have him make an anime joke.
And Sage just took it from him. He just had Doug insult his ability to say Japanese. I don't know. I wouldn't have. If I were in his position, I would have pushed back against him. Like, give me better material, Doug.
I'll be back in 1 second. You can.
That's not. Of course, yeah.
Go, line up. We have to make it simpler for the simpletons. I'll watch Hocus Pocus every single Halloween.
I'll watch Hocus Pocus every single Halloween.
I play Pokemon Go every day. I play Pokemon Go. He made a good It video recently. The Nostalgia Critic did. I mean, I think his It review is like really old, isn't it? Like both It's, I mean. When does Wario make a cameo? In this one, I don't know. In this one, I don't know if he's really able to make a cameo. I don't think he's able to make a cameo. He wouldn't have been able to make a cameo in this one, I don't think.
Every year it's the boss. Every year it's the boss.
Everybody do the Peter Dinklage window wash. It's the 90s.
I don't know where Peter Dinklage window. Is this something Peter Dinklage does? Oh, the Dom did. Okay, the Dom made that. Is Peter Dinklage known for like washing windows or doing something like this? I don't know where this is coming from.
So we're a little less PC.
Oh yeah, the Sailor Moon review. From what I remember, that Sailor Moon review is really fucking bad.
Yes, absolutely.
Holy shit! That was the greatest performance ever!
That guy's computer's not even on. You can see he's looking at nothing. It's a blank screen. Fucking hell.
fucking thing! Holy!
If he smashed his keyboard, that would have been awesome to see, pussies. What is it?
Hey everybody, just a quick reminder, I am gonna be at NebraskaCon this weekend.
Well, this is made 9 years ago, so this information doesn't really concern us. So yeah, that was the Clipless review of Hocus Pocus thus far. I don't know, what are you feeling? Should we keep watching till the end, or are you willing?
I remember the ending being kind of stupid. Maybe we should skip to then.
Yeah, let's do that. I think the song was like the highlight of like the what the fuck is this? Oh, he credited.
Okay, go back a little.
Oh yeah.
He tries to. No, back a little. Yeah, okay.
Here.
He tries to bust out some crazy plot twist toward the end.
Oh yeah.
Fun is kind of infectious. Even the virgin shaming really isn't as bad as I remember it.
Then why did you make fun of it in this video? To the extent that you did.
Because it's what he does. It's what people expect from him.
So, God, in a strange way, this movie really is the ultimate Halloween guilty pleasure. Look at my toe of frog, you horse's ass!
We could have made a bundle with such little.
Doug's face here is genuine. I think this is actually the most terrifying face Doug has made this whole review. This might even be in like the top 10 of terrifying faces he's made.
Effort.
Now, because of people like you, people want clever writing.
And so we're gonna show you what these wicked bitches from the West can do! Back off, Mars Attacks, I still got.
Was that like a hissing sound effect, or was that like a DBZ powering up sound effect?
Sounded like a lightsaber sound effect to me.
Let's go back.
Bundle with such little effort.
Now, because of people like you, people want clever writing.
And so we're gonna show you what these wicked bitches from the West can do! Back.
Why?
It sounded like some kind of Star Wars sound effect to me.
Was the joke that his fingernails were supposed to be lightsabers? I don't know.
Off, Mars Attacks, I still got Ace up my sleeve.
Oh yeah? How was that?
It turns out this Evil Dead 2 DVD is a pretty good recreation of the Necronomicon. And it's frightfully good at bringing back the dead.
Ish kabibble, ish kaboo. Here's a real witch to take care of you.
The fucking cigarette.
Up, witches. Oh man, this is so cool. A cute, innocent thing, but he took it and made it badass. Isn't that cool and funny?
Yeah, it's never.
Big Doctor Store.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. I remember when Doom and Animal Crossing came on the same day. Everyone made crossover of Isabelle and Doom Guy. It never got old at all. I never found it annoying whatsoever. Absolutely.
By the way, random thought. This has nothing to do with Doug Walker, but when I was watching Kiki's Delivery Service earlier this year, and there's a part where she regains her ability to fly toward the end, and those people are watching on TV and they're like, she can fly now, and I'm like, whoa, did Hayao Miyazaki just reference the rise of Skywalker?
Oh shit, they fly now?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that she was doing there? It was very strange.
Well, there's a scene in the movie where one of the she says the word amok, like we're gonna run amok, and the other one's all excited, and she's like, amok, 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 amok. He just parodied it, but with oh fuck instead of amok.
Oh, okay. That's kind of funny.
How about it? I had good character. I had good writing. I treated kids like they were smart. And I took no prisoners.
Remember to piss on their corpses.
Why is the cat animate? Why is the cat a shitty drawing now? Why isn't he a puppet?
This is a different cat. This is Kiki's pet cat. Duh.
Oh, it's a different black cat. I'm retarded.
Try to keep up, Dr. Storm.
You're
Jeez.
You're right. I'm not being fast enough.
It's Kiki.
Shut up. You don't own me. I own you.
Oh my god, are we dead? Are we dead?
It's just weird that there's two different black cats in this review, and they're animated differently. I'm just saying.
Actually, I think we won. I think we won, sisters. Yes. We scared her away. I think we won. I think we got this. We are on this, sisters. We are on this. Yes, we won this. We won.
I love how they just keep
I
playing
love
the
that
same.
looping screen.
It's so fucking funny. Also, why is she beating with the broom instead of just shooting them? Doug really likes the movie Kiki is from. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Funnier. I don't know, because Doug thought this would be funnier.
Yeah, with the looping scream over and over, like it's a fucking siren or something. Like you couldn't have... Why couldn't you have just gotten like 2 or 3 other screams? Like, come on, Doug.
Alright, stop it! Stop it!
It's not even like we're seeing anything new. She's just like fucking limp-dickedly swinging the thing around. Also, wouldn't you want to hit them with like the bristles? I feel like there's more weight on that.
Also, once again, we're seeing the Dutch angle from below shot, of course, the classic Doug Walker cinematography here.
When you want something to be badass. Look, she's got a stig.
Kiki, your lust for blood is legendary.
Just remember.
I like this character. That's why I made them a violent killer. That they're not. I'm so funny, guys. I'm Doug Walker. I love anime, clearly. That's why I had an anime guy say that he can't pronounce names.
Well, hey, this is like, you know how you talked about Doug being the archetypal user? What is this if not a punishment compilation?
True.
Anyone says they're a better witch than me, I'll fuck them up.
Oh.
the fucking purple on Doug's face. I don't know, the face he's making here when you bust a nut but she keeps sucking. I just thought of that meme for some reason. None of the music in this review fits. I'm sorry. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
So Kiki, what took you so long?
Sorry, I had to wait 20 years for a virgin.
Man, it's a good thing I randomly showed you that grave earlier.
Right? Can you imagine if that just gave birth to a zombie who contributed nothing to the story at all, but just walked around in silence the whole time following us, even though he didn't like following the witch's orders, but he did it anyway? Leading to a scene where he cuts open the stitches to absolutely say nothing, just shout obscenities, and then when it's all done, he just goes back in his grave and he was a totally, absolutely pointless character.
That'd be stupid.
That'd be really stupid.
Yeah, you could have executed that better, Doug. I'm sorry. I mean, I'll take your word for it, but you could have executed it, like, much better. This is like a Family Guy, a modern Family Guy cutaway gag where they explain the joke, but then they don't even show you, like, the visual.
Let's see who this witch really is!
It's you, dipshit.
Oh dear.
Isaac and Malachi?
From Children of the Corn? But why? We are attempting to
Yeah,
brain...
but you didn't see that coming.
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, wait.
Well, you know, the only reason he did this stupid joke is because he reviewed Children of the Corn shortly.
I know, yeah. But it's like, wait, if the short guy got hung, then the other guy would have just fucking fallen off, right?
Also, who are the other 2 witches? I don't remember if they addressed that or not.
Wash the minds of the youth. But I realize now the only evil entity that truly has control of every child's brain is Disney.
Well, wait. Who are you 2 then?
We're weight guessers at a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, I don't see myself having much of a good morrow.
Kamalakai.
Why is... You just wanted to reference Isaac, okay.
We must prepare for tomorrow night.
Why, Isaac? What are we gonna do tomorrow night?
The same thing we do every night, Malachi.
I know what he's gonna say. I'm just bracing myself. Let's do it.
Try to take over the world with corn!
It's Isaac and the children of the corn.
Yeah, I remember this one being pretty bad. I think it's worse than I remember it being, honestly. As Talmatoa Gaming Dog once said, not funny, didn't laugh.
I just don't know, Critic. I don't think I'll fit too well in
I
this
think
time.
that's enough of this review. I think we saw the interesting parts.
Yeah, interesting to say the least. Yeah, that was oof. Yeah, those are what the Nostalgia Critic's Clipless reviews were like. He did those for like, he started doing with those because his excuse is like, oh well, I'll get copyright struck or whatever. But then he just kind of stopped doing them after 4 years.
I want to say he did them from like 2015 to 2019 was when he was doing them.
Yeah, because Jurassic World was 2015, and then Rise of Skywalker, which was the last one, was 2019. So he did them for like 4 years. Yeah, people just wanted to see him like riff on movies, honestly. And you know, like maybe there's some good jokes in here, but like overall, they're kind of a pain to sit through. Bit late for Halloween, but you know, I think this is probably one of the worst ones, which means it's one of the best ones for us to cover. If you're still good to keep going, we could look at another thing from the doc if that's all right.
You want to look at one more maybe for today? I figured maybe we'll come back and do more later.
Yeah, maybe one more. I was thinking of one. We could probably save the. I don't know. What are you thinking? Maybe the Sailor Moon one, or should we do a different one?
I think the Sailor Moon one works. You've really talked it. Been built up, so
yeah,
might as well.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do the Sailor Moon one. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's terribly sorry.
This one is like hard for me to watch, but
which you know, this means a lot coming from Mimi.
Oh look, Anthony Gramuglia has a.
Wow, did you know that the Nostalgia Critic was fucking retarded?
So does
Monster Core. Fishbone. Totally Spies. Oh,
there's Renegades React. They react to everything he uploads. Anyway, click on the dang review.
What's with the fucking cans back here? I'm sorry. Okay, now we got to get into this. So yeah, this is from what I remember, this is like one of his worst videos ever made. Maybe we'll jump around. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's right. We get to see his badass intro now. We haven't seen that yet, have we?
First review must go on intro too, because this was like year one of his post to Boldly Flee revival. Hence why a lot of the clips are from classic Nostalgia Critic.
Because there wasn't anything to take from the new ones yet. Yeah. Bro, I love how he thinks it goes so hard. He's like standing in the middle with a gun as the letter. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so big. Like this is how integral I am to my franchise. I am part of the literal name. Sorry, I got something. Okay, it's nothing.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't.
Oh yeah, this is when Rachel was still on. Yeah.
Don't have to. Right now, I'm in the laboratory of Dr. Hack, the master of formulas. Not scientific formulas, not mathematical formulas, but television formulas. Any TV show that has a formula that's been repeated over and over and over, he's the guy that came up with it. Watch this. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Land Teens fight Petty Patrol, then Monster, then Giant Monster, and Giant Robot.
Home Improvement.
Toolman screws up, neighbor gives advice. Toolman gets advice wrong, but Toolman's forgiven anyway.
Scooby-Doo.
It's always the person in the opening you forgot about.
Inspector Gadget, Captain Planet, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody actually hates Raymond. He should have divorced that bitch and her family long ago.
If it's a formula...
That seemed a bit out of pocket. It was kind of a weird one. Also,
no, it's just an easy observation about the show that the title is ironic.
Are these things that Doug has drawn? Like, is this his? Did he draw this, or did someone else draw these? Like these little things.
Did he draw what?
Like
I mean, he. Hold on, go back. Let me see him.
The person?
Yeah, like is this?
Yeah, he probably drew that. That looks like his art style or lack thereof.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was his art style, like with like the Casper and the elephant in the room, or if that was someone else's art style. I think it might be his though.
In the opening you forgot about.
Inspector Gadget, Captain Planet, Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody actually hates Raymond. He should have divorced that bitch and her family long ago.
If it's a formula that's gotten more and more popular through its repetition, he's the guy that thought of it. And right now, I've hired him to think up an idea so that I can lazily repeat it over and over and over and make money beyond my wildest dreams.
Eureka! Eureka!
I'm surprised that this doesn't have that many dislikes, honestly. With how long this is.
Well, this is a re-upload. It was originally uploaded on the of Super Critics channel back when that still existed in 2013. It might have had more dislikes originally. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's only like a 2 years difference. Like this review has still been up on this channel for a majority of the time. I don't know.
What?
Oh, there you are, Eureka. Get ready to jot down my latest formula.
You got it?
Yes, and it's going to make us millions.
Well, that's wonderful. Let's hear it.
14-year-old girl acts stupid, uses magical powers to look slutty and stupid, talking...
All right.
Oh boy!
This is
we're coming out of the gate.
Yeah,
Here we go.
if you don't know, you're about to this stream.
Cat tells her how to fight crime because she's so stupid, surrounds herself with smarter girls that make her look even more stupid.
That's Sailor Moon.
What?
The formula you're describing is Sailor Moon.
What? I just realized, why are there like test tubes bubbling when all he's doing is drawing on a whiteboard? He's not doing any chemistry.
Yeah, that's a good point. There are no test tubes in this.
You're like,
they're just putting in the sound effect, trying to subconsciously trick our brains.
This isn't a garage. This is a laboratory. See? Beakers and bubbles. Ooh.
Do they have a villain that keeps attacking the same town?
Yes.
Do they have a tedious romance with a
Good
magic boyfriend?
old-fashioned B-movie
Do they repeat the same animation?
Worse than Hanna-Barbera.
Is Doug out of focus there, or am I seeing things? It looked like he was out of focus in this shot.
Do they have a villain that keeps attacking the same town?
Yeah.
He looks slightly out of focus. Like it's focusing on like the background, but not him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Do they have a tedious romance with a magic boyfriend?
Yes.
Do they repeat the same animation?
Worse than Hanna-Barbera.
And it was successful?
It's one of the most popular animes of all time.
And I'm going to show how little I know about it in this review.
Eureka? Oh dear, well this is embarrassing. Well, how about this one? 3 obnoxiously perfect girls are raised by 3 obnoxiously perfect men in a house in San Francisco, and not one of them is gay.
No one in Full House is perfect, though. Like, they fuck up quite a bit.
Well, while we're on the subject, why was something as repetitive as Sailor Moon so successful?
Me, who has never seen the show, is going to explain to you why.
I remember when it first aired in America. It was an export from Japan, which I think was originally called Magical Girl Squad Robo Dance Yes. Not quite as familiar with anime.
Is that a joke, or was it actually... I don't think it was actually called that,
No,
was it?
that's. I'm pretty sure that's a joke. It's a joke about how weird Japanese titles sound when you directly translate them.
Oh yeah. This review was just made to piss off everybody. Then okay.
As Americans are today, a lot of people just saw it as Speed Racer with tits, but we didn't understand.
Okay. They don't
Well,
race
yeah,
cars.
he's talking about, hey, Americans didn't have experience with anime. They only Speed Racer is their only point of reference, right?
I feel like there were others back. Well, I guess Pokemon came after. I don't know.
And that the audience for this was growing more and more rapid. And whether for its campiness or actual enjoyment of the story, it was becoming an underground hit for kids, teens, and that creepy guy who fixes your computer. So, what is the secret?
I don't know, Doug. I don't know, Doug. I don't think you've made drag work as well either. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Formula, and why did it catch on with so many? Well, let's start at the very beginning. You'll quickly notice that, like many animes, the best parts of the show aren't in the action, the character, the story, or the writing.
Does it bother you that he says animes instead of just anime?
I guess
like
it would.
With the way he pluralizes it, does that bother you?
I mean, it does, but like, I kind of just expect it from him. Like, I'm not that big an anime fan. I've seen plenty of anime. I don't watch it too much, but like, I believe he would say something like this, honestly, where he has an S at the end.
I mean, it's not a unique thing to him to do this. Just wondering if it bothers you.
It doesn't bother me that much, you know?
Damn opening theme song. Not only is the beat catchy as hell, but look at this animation. Look at the visuals. It's like a Van Gogh of anime kid opening.
Why is he acting like this is like some revolutionary thing? Like, a lot of American cartoons put most of the animation budget into the intro because they use it over and over again. Like, this isn't exclusive to anime.
In fact, there's even a Van Gogh in it. Don't ask why. I don't care. It looks friggin' awesome. I'll allow it. I guess the only downside is the obvious American additions, like this pointless Star Wars style scroll.
Well, the entire song is an American edition, isn't it, Doug? Technically, because like this
Well,
clearly.
the song, I believe they took it's the original music. They just wrote English lyrics to it.
Okay.
Like I do believe the original Japanese theme song sounds the same. It just doesn't have the English vocals.
Oh, okay. Okay. Actually, that would probably make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what girls watching this show are really into. Star Wars. They go so hand in hand, I'm surprised Lucas didn't release a more feminine version with Serena
The Force is female, Doug, I'll have you know.
doing Darth Vader.
Did you hear there's a new Sailor V video game out? I saw it on TV.
Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not aboard this ship.
Oh, yeah.
And no
This is just a random joke. It's like, what made it? What
Yeah,
caused
I
him-
hate it when he does jokes like this, where it's like, hey, I'm going to take this audio from one character, dub it over another, because he does these kinds of jokes sometimes.
But it's like,
they're
how do you
almost
even
never funny?
How do you even think of this for? How do you think? Oh, this looks like Star Wars. I'll dub Sailor Moon over fucking Darth Vader. It's like, how the fuck did we get here?
Why does it look like Star Wars? I don't get it.
I don't get it. Why does it look like Vegas?
transmissions were made.
It just seems weird to somehow come to hear from Sailor Moon.
How can that be? My mom finds out, she'll ground me and cut my allowance.
An escape pod was jettisoned.
Bro, it's not that funny. You could have ended this like seconds ago or just not done it. Doug, why?
During the fighting, but no life forms were aboard.
I can't believe this. What am I going to do? We can get ice cream.
Why is this still going on? I don't. Why? I'm going fucking insane. Jesus Christ. Sorry, fuck. I'm baffled.
Cream.
Yes, sir.
See if you can spot where else.
Oh, God, it's over. Thank God.
The Americans made some changes. They're so subtle, I doubt you'll ever notice where they geniusly slipped them in.
She is the one named Sailor Moon. She will never turn her back on a friend. She is always there.
Yeah, unbelievably natural. If you were going less for action-packed adventure and more for Saved by the Bell credits.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time.
But you.
Man, his jokes were kind of hit or miss when he returned from demo reel, weren't they? I
They
feel
always were.
Yeah.
Quickly discovering many.
He's pulling. Oh, random lad with 2 pounds says he's pulling a Family Guy. This is one of those
No,
shitty.
he pulls a Family Guy all the time. There are many.
And you know what else?
humor
This
in
is
that
like one of those shitty cutaway gags from the Nostalgia Critic.
Respects, that is what the show
There
is
are
going
many
for.
similarities between Doug and Seth MacFarlane, if you think about it.
Yeah, they both like to show off that they can sing. They both like to play multiple characters with a variety of accents. They both make they can both make some awkward humor. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like Doug
Maybe Seth MacFarlane is the true prototypical user.
What if Doug and Seth were switched at birth? Actually, no, Seth is older than him, isn't he? Oh well. Somehow we live in a universe where Doug Walker is older and he ended up being in Seth MacFarlane's shoes, while Seth MacFarlane is younger and he ended up becoming the Nostalgia Critic. That would be an interesting universe to live in.
At first it seems like it's going to be a big, albeit audience-insultingly rushed, space battle between cosmic planet people folk.
1,000 years ago, our moon was home to a great civilization ruled by Queen Serenity.
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Haha, funny. You watched Avatar. We knew that already,
Yeah,
Doug.
he was watching it around this time.
He just wanted to say, "Hey guys, I'm watching Avatar. Go check out those. vlogs on Channel
Man,
Awesome."
this review sucks. Keep going. Just want to get through it.
Bro, if Mimi is dreading this, you know it's bad.
Till the arrival of the evil Queen Beryl. Although her world was
Well, it doesn't
destroyed,
suck
Queen
in a fun way is the thing. It's not ambitious and weird like some of his other bad videos.
Serenity's last hope.
Yeah, like the Hocus Pocus one.
Was the power of the Empyrean Silver Crystal and the Crescent Moon Wand.
Only this crystalline wand can combat the power of the Negaforce.
Yeah, look, show, even if you pretend you have a story that matters beyond people who see a high-class meal as a flamin' Hot Pocket, you still had to follow up all that supposed epicness with this.
Oh no, I'm late for school again.
I mean, this is a common thing. It's like, oh, this is such a big thing. Who can stop me? And then you cut to like a character doing a simple thing. Like this has been a thing in like everything. I don't see what's wrong
Hey,
with
we
this.
just saw it in the Mario movie, right? Who You know, who's
Yeah.
gonna stop me? Cut to two plumbers in New York.
No, Doug did it himself. It's like Doug did it himself in the Hocus Pocus one. Like they have Doug, like they have like Rob's character like shouting and making a big deal out of shit, and then it just cuts to Doug just pulling a movie out of his thing. Like he did it himself. You have no room to talk. Shut up.
Yeah, I bet you thought this was going to be a big space opera with action, drama, and exotic locations.
No, I didn't, you dumb fuck. I saw the commercials for the show probably when I was watching it, if I were around back then.
But nope, it's just your common English-speaking town that has everything in Japanese for some reason.
Serena! I gotta go!
I mean, in fairness, it would probably be just a pain in the ass to go over everything.
They would do that. 4Kids would do it if they dubbed this.
Well, no. 4Kids would just get rid of it entirely, including the English text.
Forgetting
Yeah,
something,
they would.
dear?
Oh yeah, your nose.
Haha, anime characters don't have noses. I am quirky, guys. I am totally qualified to talk about this show. I don't know if you remove this line right here, it kind of looks. Actually, if you don't look at the mouth here, it kind of looks like she's making like an ooh face, kind of, doesn't it? With how that nose, with how the lines are. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
Everyone's forgetting those around here. This is Serena, a ditzy clod who has no idea that she is one of the reincarnations of the Sailor Scouts. She's just your everyday gigantic-eyed blonde Japanese girl who constantly keeps flunking her exams.
Oh, chill out, Serena. It's just one lousy test. It's not like it's the end of the world or something.
You don't understand. I'm Japanese. To me, failure is everything.
Oh, we're gonna get a lot more of Doug's cultural intelligence on the Japanese later in this video.
You don't get it, Molly. If my mom finds out I flunked that test, I won't get to play the new Sailor V game.
Being pretty as sin and dumb as cheese, she of course is very popular in school, obtaining all sorts of friends, like an over-the-top accent with a human attached to it.
That's weird. Very weird.
And the awkward years of Dr. Insano's puberty.
You're going
Oh my god, Spoonie mentioned.
shopping? What's more important than your grades?
Science, of course!
When not
Okay, that was kind of funny how he dubbed Spoonie in over him.
hanging out with these frightening adolescent
You're always in the way, swirly glasses.
creations, she spends most of her time solving her problems by intelligently ignoring them and finding more ways to spend her mother's money.
I heard about your test. Want me to be your tutor?
She doesn't need a tutor. She needs a trip to the mall to get her mind off this. I could use some new pink barrettes for my hair.
Education just gives you wrinkles. She also seems to get in fights with an attractive boy named Darian.
What was that you were saying about someone totally cool? But we can be sure it isn't you. Shouldn't you be going home and doing your homework, meatball head?
Hey, that is clearly an insult to meatballs.
I feel like you could have made a joke about how it was clearly bunhead, but then they thought, oh, bread doesn't exist in America, let's just make it meatballs. I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
For inspiration, you're a creep, Darian! You don't know a thing about being cool!
Wow, they really seem like polar opposites and hate each other to the core. They hook up? Nah, and how tediously long do they drag that out? Oh Jesus, just mail me the comedic banter to my office shredder! By the way, here's a confusing scene. We see her walk by a poster of a young girl dressed exactly how she is dressed. Like it's from a movie or a show or something.
I wish I could be like Sailor V. She's so beautiful and smart. Something exciting's always happening in her life, not like mine.
So, what? A movie or TV industry got wind of this idea that coincidentally is exactly the same as what's going on right now? Does that mean that something like Transformers is a true story then? Because to be fair, my car has been giving me dirty looks.
So I think, I don't know, I haven't seen Sailor Moon, but even I know that that's Sailor V is like Sailor Venus. It's like one of like the Sailor Scouts that like becomes one of her friends, isn't it? So like,
You don't think Doug knows the lore? Think he only watched 2 or 3 episodes? Is that what you're trying to suggest?
you know, shit on Clark Kent for those glasses all you want, but he clearly doesn't recognize Sailor Venus from the intro with that mask on, it seems. It's like, oh my, wait, you mean that character was the character on the poster? But no, let's make this joke about the car with the angry eyes. Fuck being intelligent. We got the Transformers joke and Doug looking away really scared.
Things seem to change. That is, the formula is set in motion when a magic cat named Luna arrives and tells her that she is the reincarnation of one of the Guardians.
You are Sailor Moon, and you must fight evil when it confronts you. Just repeat after me. Moon Prism Power.
Moon Prism Power!
And of course, this gives way to the famous transformation scene.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go, boys. And girls.
Tiara, the boots, the nail polish, later covered by gloves, so that was pointless. And of course, the miniskirt. The mini skirt.
Yeah, when I covered Trez movies and he was talking about how the cat was dressed, it's like the mini skirt. Like, oh, your knowledge of Sailor Moon is just the fucking Nostalgia Critic review. Just by that, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic spawned his own lexicon that all
Yes.
these other users copy.
He really did. Like people.
I
like,
swear I heard someone reference Big Lipped Alligator moment in real life once. Some
Well-
random guy at college who was having a conversation with somebody else. I heard him say the term.
That sounds incredible. I wish I saw that out in the wild at my workplace, but people don't even know who the fucking Nostalgia Critic is at my workplace. Oh well. I was about to say, I remember when I think I forget what his name was, but the voice actor for Oogie Boogie in Nightmare Before Christmas, when I heard he died, and then I saw an image just saying, oh, he passed away, some of the role he plays, like, oh my god, he was the big-lipped alligator?
Choice that in no way enables her.
Like, people just know that character as the big-lipped alligator. They just don't know it as, like, the alligator. It's just the big-lipped alligator.
I don't think they give him a name in the movie.
Probably not.
To fight better, but sure does force her to squat a lot. Okay, so take out the fact that's obviously in no way battle armor. Take out the fact that's obviously fan service. Take out the fact that just like He-Man,
I mean, it's magic, so it can look like anything, I guess.
somehow removing more clothes bizarrely disguises them. Though to be fair with both these outfits, is the face really the first thing you're going to be looking at?
Doug, are you saying that you're not looking at the... Are you saying, You're either saying you're a pedophile or you're gay right now, Doug. Either does not look good. Either does not look good. I'm just saying.
Take all that away and just tell yourself, this obviously
Sorry, what?
In the words of Real Big Fish, not Real Big Fish. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Bare Naked Ladies. In the words of Bare Naked Ladies, gonna get in tune with Sailor Moon because that cartoon has got the boom anime babes that make me think the wrong thing. That's a true lyric from the late 90s. They were way ahead of their time.
Oh.
They were thinking just like Doug.
I did not know those were lyrics in a song. I guess.
Yeah,
Doug...
look up their song 1 week. It has a about lusting after Sailor Moon.
Yeah, maybe after the stream because can't really play that music on here. But that's I guess Doug isn't the worst offender then, and maybe he is with what we're gonna see coming up.
Sexualized transformation that takes.
He says that this transformation is sexualized. It's like, I don't know. I think this is saying more about you than the show, Doug. I'm just we'll keep going.
Takes up a solid minute in each episode. Happens to a 14-year-old girl. Yeah, forgot that for a second, didn't you? The girls in this show
we know you didn't, Doug. We know you didn't.
Are and always have been 14 years old. 14 years old. 14 years old.
I really don't like how you're bringing. Doug, why did you download these pictures, Doug? I don't.
Hey, come on! Don't imply anything. He's just.
Well, I'm just saying it's not a good look when you're going on about this.
Oh. 14. Damn. Years old.
Wow, Doug, you're digging your hole deeper. Holy shit.
Now, before any of you find this incredibly creepy, let me make one thing
Tamatoa Gaming, Doug, right here. Am I right? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Perfectly clear. The age of consent in many parts of Japan is, in fact, 13 years old. Now you may find it incredibly creepy. And yes, there's a lot of fine print to that law that evens it out a bit, but there's just as much fine print that evens it back into kinky territory again.
I know all about Japanese sex laws as someone who's watched 3 episodes of a cartoon. Absolutely.
For example, sex between 13 to 17-year-olds can only be done
Why is this picture so fucking pixelated? He couldn't have found like a better image?
with other 13 to 17-year-olds.
That's good.
However, that's only sex. Groping, handjobs, blowjobs, and whatever else your preferred imagination can come up with is all perfectly legal.
We're talking about a kids show, a kids anime from the 90s, Sailor Moon, ladies and gentlemen, everyone. The Nostalgia Critic is going to take a look at this. It's just a silly show with a silly little formula. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you know, you can grope 13-year-olds in Japan apparently. We got here now.
That's bad.
However, they have cracked down on human trafficking, forced prostitution, and other illegal acts endangering people in that age range.
That's good.
I don't know. I feel like he would have gotten at least some of these facts wrong when he first made this. I just feel like he would have.
But that doesn't stop people from creating kinky establishments like the Sexual Harassment Corporation, where you pay to molest girls in school and business sets and is totally 100% legal.
Can I go now?
So
thanks for putting that photo in the video.
I don't know. That kind of seems like a role play thing, right? Like obviously, like there's no way it would have to be with their consent. Like it's got to be like a role play thing, right? I mean, I don't know, but it's just I don't know. I feel like Doug is getting a lot of things wrong since I just feel like he's probably getting some things wrong.
Yeah, I guess when you come down to it, it is just cultural differences. I mean, sexual urges in young people.
Yeah, Japan, it's cultural differences that I'm calling you pedophiles, okay? I'm just saying.
People does start well before 18. My personal problem is, like media in most cultures, it doesn't try to help younger people understand sexuality, but rather exploits it. Rather than educate young people up.
What the fuck? I don't think it's trying to exploit sex, Doug. I think this show is for girls. I think it's trying to teach, from what I've seen, I think it's trying to teach, like, young girls life lessons and stuff. Like I feel like your mind's in the gutter here, homie.
About sex. It's honestly just easier if we can make money off of it. But of course,
I've known girls who thought the Sailor Moon characters were hot. Okay.
I'm sure they do, but like, do you think that they're like trying? Would you say that they're trying to exploit sex, like Doug is saying here, to the extent that he's saying it's happening at?
I don't know. Let's hear the man out.
Okay, we'll continue.
Because I think he's about to get to the sketch.
I mean, I don't doubt that people think that. I don't doubt that there are like girls who think the Sailor Moon characters are attractive.
All this talk about Sailor Moon being a sexy 14-year-old pinup is all building up to one important question. Given this information, why did I still put her in the top 11 hottest anime women list? I didn't know! I swear I didn't!
Well, now we know why he went on this tangent. He's just trying to slip away. He's trying to cover his own ass. He's trying to. He's like, he looked at Tamatoa Game and now it's like, I'm gonna dig out of my hole fast. I'm actually gonna get out of my hole. Bringing this up isn't gonna dig me.
Tamatoa Gaming Doll looked at him. Okay.
He's like, how can I? Doug is bringing up a lot of good points here. Well, off to Roblox.
No, I mean, look at the way they're drawn, man! I thought they were college or at the very least late high school. Wouldn't you have made that guess? Come on, look at the way they're showing them off!
Well, no, because they're explicitly in high school in the show.
I swear, audience, I had no idea their real age. I mean, you might be saying to yourself, oh, what, didn't you grow up watching the show? Didn't you pay attention to it at all? No, I didn't!
Well, no shit you didn't. You didn't have to tell us. You clearly are not an expert.
I mean, I watched it, but I didn't really listen to it. I too was 14 at a time, and maybe I viewed it for different reasons.
Now that I think about it, didn't he also put like a character from Captain Planet on the top 11 hottest anime women list?
Yes, he did.
So
Linka from Captain Planet.
Yeah, so like that Sailor Moon's not the only one. You still got to make up for that mistake, Doug. What's your explanation on that? And no, you can't bring up the Japanese.
Well, he already reviewed Captain Planet, so he couldn't go back and do that again.
All right, well that's still a story we got to look back at. It's like, is he going to go into like Russian age of consent laws next? Still silence on that, Doug. We're waiting. I love the fucking stock image. I love the image of the Sony TV he used.
Oh my god, this is awful.
Turn that back on.
Who said that?
I did.
Penis?
Yeah.
You can talk.
I would love to be a fly on the wall when I would just love to see the conversation where Doug approached Malcolm and say, "Hey, Malcolm, I'm going to be filming a sketch where I'm myself as a teen, and I need you to voice my cock. All right, here's the script. Here's the script. I need this by Tuesday. I need this by like Thursday. Okay." Like, what do you think?
Do you
Malcolm?
think Doug is trying to? You think he's trying to imply something? You think he's trying to imply he's got a, you know, he's
what?
You know, he's a white man, but his phallic member is shall we say atypical for a member of his race. It's got a black voice. That's got to mean something, right?
I swear to you, it's big. All right.
All penises talk around this age. It's the greatest secret no woman knows about, but wouldn't be the least bit shocked to discover.
You think Malcolm got paid extra for having to dub over Doug wiggling his crotch around? I feel like
I
that...
sure hope so.
Now
this,
so.
You were joking about the last video having sketches that look like a porno. This really feels like the start of a porno.
Yes, it does. I guess there's like a porn light shining on the window there, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, despite what a terrifying discovery this is, I'm still not gonna watch this show.
It doesn't matter what you think. From now on, I'll be calling all the shots. You're gonna see everything in a whole new light.
What are you talking about?
Look at that show again. Looks damn good now, doesn't it?
Wow. There's more to this show than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
We have been going... Okay, when did this start? When the fucking... He's been going on for this for like 4 or 5 minutes. Like, not as bad as the SOK going on about the fish milking scene, but like he's been trying to really overcompensate for just one entry on a list like years ago nobody fucking cares about. It's like... And it's like, it's weird because like, it's like the nostalgic woman. It's like, it's like bitches you grew up on, I guess. So it's like if you're like, I can see a lot of people being into like characters who are underage, but they had a crush on them because they were kids growing up. It's like, is that really something like you need to like explain for yourself, Doug? Like, do you need to go to this length where you have one of your crew members just like dub over your cock as you like fucking wiggle it around? Like, I just don't feel this is necessary.
Yeah.
No, I'm a mentally capable male. I won't let my penis call all my decisions for me.
Turn that back on, or I'll shoot where the sun always shines.
No, I won't.
Excuse me, I have some memories I need to repress.
All right, I think that's the interesting part of the review. That's the part everybody complains about. That whole section there. I don't know if we need to watch any more of it.
I don't think the rest is that interesting now. But yeah,
thank you for watching these videos with me.
Yeah, let me just bring up the welcome screen again. I'm up to watch more if you are, but I mean, it sounds like otherwise we could call it here.
I think I'm gonna dip out now. We've been going for about 3 hours 20 minutes, but thank you for watching these videos with me. I'll hop back soon.
Oh no,
watch
thank you.
more with you.
Oh, of course, no, thank you for joining me. This was fun. It was finally fun to do a Doug stream as someone who's also grown up on his work.
All right, peace out, Dr. Storm. You can go. You should all go subscribe to my channel, Ms. Mimi.
Yes. Go subscribe to Mimi.
Go subscribe to it. I might upload another video there someday. Bye.
Yep. And with that, I think I'm going to end the stream. I hope you all had fun. I had a lot of fun looking at Doug's content. I feel it was like a trip down memory lane. And yeah, have a good day or night, everyone.